I don't know what happened. Y'all hold on. I have no idea what happened. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to give y'all a nice little pretty background, but I just y'all just stare. Well, let me try it again, y'all. Let me try. Okay, wait. Wrong picture. Y'all give me a minute. Hold on, kitties. Y'all are looking at my I can't find the picture. We're just gonna go with this one, okay? Okay, we're just gonna go with this one. All right? We're just we're just gonna go with that one. Hello. Let me try to get things situated, y'all. Y'all give me a minute. Welcome. Give me a minute, everybody. Trying to fix my phone and my camera. Talks amongst yourselves. Talks amongst yourselves. While I get things together. Talks amongst yourselves. Okay. I am almost. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Two loped out G's going crazy. Death Row is a label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to phase me. I don't understand what this song is. 1, 2, 3, into the folks. New Doggy Doggy Dr. Dre is at the door. Ready to make entrance. Back on up. I got old school R&B and rap in my head. Crip walking, crip walking. Some Tupac. I feel like listening to some Tupac. Hit it up like Pac. Yeah. R.M. said, hit it up like Pac. See me not. Let it read. Let it say, stop. You know how we do. That's why my kids be like, mama. What's your brand new? You know how we do. You know how we do. Oh my God. Seafood. Somebody talking about some seafood? Ick. Yuck. I hate seafood. I'm not see. I don't know last time. I don't know when last time I had seafood. Anyway, y'all. God, I just got back from the gym, y'all. So I'm a little disheveled. Not sea bugs, just fish. I don't eat seafood, y'all. That's one thing. I don't eat spicy and I don't eat seafood. Hello, Arlene. Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Hello? I just got back from the gym. I was at the gym just loving it because y'all know ever since I've been living here, like we got a gym here and like a yoga room and two basketball courts and pools and a hot tub and a sauna and a spa. Yes, I have all that. I haven't had a chance to do any of these. So let me tell y'all a little bit of story while everybody get in here. So last week I was doing a live stream. My kids are like, Mom, I'm like, what happened? And they were like, Bonnie. I was like, okay, I have two geckos, Bonnie and Clyde. Well, it's my kids' geckos. I don't like lizards. Mickey was my cat. So I like cats and dogs. The lizards is their responsibility. They're like, Bonnie got an injury. I look, there's blood in her tank. Her tail has an injury. Her tail was cut. Eventually, the tip of her tail about this much. She didn't drop her tail, but she got an injury. We don't know how we don't know if this is a domestic violence situation. Okay, this might be some DV. Okay, but like the tip of her tail was like cut. It was like bleeding, and then eventually it like fell off, like just the tip of it. And we thought she was going to drop the rest of her tail, but she has not. And so I had to go, and I was like mad at my kids because I was like, they were like, well, Mama, you were doing a live stream and we didn't want to bother you. I was like, I was like, kids, I know I'm doing a live stream, but if somebody gets injured or maimed, all they have to do, lizard on lizard violence. Yes, all they had to do is come and tell me. I was so mad. They were like, well, you were busy doing a live stream. I was like, okay, but come and child. I was like, I'm like, just like some of y'all was on the live stream when my daughter got sick and threw up all over the wall. Like my daughter, like my son knocked on my door and he's like, Mom, Emma's sick. And I'm like, oh, because I know for my kids to be knocking on my door doing live stream, it's serious. And then as I walk outside, I was like, Emma, he's like, Emma threw up. And then I come out and my daughter's like, and then it was like projectile vomit all down the wall. I'm just sitting there looking like this. It's just all over the wall, over the floor, all over the wall. I'm like, I had to repaint I had to spend like 3 hours repainting the entire wall in the baseboard. And then, and then y'all know, I was like, live stream's over. I gotta go. My daughter just threw up all over the walls. I gotta go. Bye. So I was like, kids, if something happened with the you guys or the leopard gecko, I'm like, how you just knock on my door and be like, Mom, Bonnie's tail, because it was blood. I was like freaked out because I've never it was so disgusting that her tail was just cut and it was like blood and guts was like hanging on. I was like, I ain't know. Yeah, there wasn't a trail from the room. Oh yes, no, to my daughter, she just threw up in the hallway. I was like, yeah, I was like, things happen. I was like, kids. Hello, Marie Miller. I was like, they were like, well, you were in the live stream. I was like, girl, I'll be like, everybody, hold on. I said, I just put the live stream and ended real quick. So Bonnie, I had to go get her another tank. She's downstairs in another tank healing and then I had to get her this wound spray and we have to keep her like in a sterile environment. We took her out of the tank with Clyde. And so again, my kids don't want to blame Clyde. They think it's just some kind of accident. And I was just like, my wheelchair goes to supper. And so Bonnie and Clyde, I don't know if this is lizard on lizard violence or what. Okay, I don't know. Like I said, this may be a domestic violence situation. A DV situation. So I just tell y'all that. That's what happened after I did a live stream. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, her tail, like this part, like fell off of it. And I was like, oh. But I'm like, kids, the lizards, y'all pets. Yeah, right. Exactly. I was like, Clyde, no. I'm like, ah. But we didn't see any blood around him or nothing. So, because, they can't leopard geckos do bite. They have been into fights before. And I just told them, I was like, they just like, we want to interrupt you. I'm like, that's worth interrupting me about. So I don't know. My kids they weird like that. They were like, we didn't want to bother you. I was like, oh my God. I was like, come on now. I was like, I'll just put it on pause, just in a live stream. So I told them that. I was like, next time something happens, y'all just knock on my door and be like, Mama. So anyway, this week I went to get a microdermabrasion facial. I haven't had a facial in years. I've never had a microdermabrasion. I recommend this to anybody. The lady who did my face, I learned a lot from her. She gave me some free products. She gave me some suggestions of things to use. Yeah, the dermabrasion just feels like a little vacuum, like sucking your skin. It doesn't hurt. I thought it was gonna hurt or something. It just feels like a little sucking, just like. And so she told me to come back in 2 weeks, but it was great. Like she prepped the skin, she put the stuff on it, and she put this other stuff on it. She did the dermabrasion, and then my skin was like really red for not really red, but like sensitive for a day. So now she told me don't wash it or anything. Now I can wash my face. And then she gave me a recommendation. And so she gave me this, if you can see it. Wait, hold on, I get it. This is a recommendation. This is called Asterwood Triple Repair. It's an anti-aging serum. They call this like Botox in a bottle. So what's my skin routine? It is a lot. I have a Tier cleanser that I use, the powdered cleanser from Tier that has the enzymes in it. I use that. Everything I have is basically from Korea, except for this. I don't think this is from Korea. No, this is manufactured in Beverly Hills. But I have the Tier Tier. Y'all recognize Kim Tae-young. Kim Tae-young, he's the Tier Tier ambassador. I have picked up a sunscreen somewhere over here, but I have a sunscreen. I have a Neutrogena sunscreen because she told me to use sunscreen. I'm in Texas, so it's like 106 today. So it is very hot and very sunny in Texas. So she told me to use a sunscreen. I have never used a sunscreen moisturizer on my face, but I will be using that from now on. They're wild over Madrid. Like we're gonna talk about that. From removing tan that comes from sun, like sunlight is hot. And then what else do I use? I use a facial scrub. I use a heavy exfoliant. There's a facial scrub that I use. I forgot the name of it, but it comes from South Korea as well. Because my skin needs to be exfoliated. And then I also have medicated acne creams because unfortunately I still get acne, even though my old ass, like I'm just gonna tell you, this is just me sharing. I still have all of the working accoutrements, which I guess knock on wood, of like a younger person. So I still have acne, I still have periods, I would think by now that this I would be like, come on, menopause. And they're like, oh, you can still have a baby. I was like, there's nothing going on down there to be having no baby. You love the Tier Tier foundation. Jennifer literally has like a whole arsenal of Tier Tier. I don't know if facial scrub removed the tanning. I don't know. But I know it evens out your skin tone. I hope they bring that energy to Texas. I'm ready. Like, I was like, this is what, I have not looked at nothing, y'all. I saw a couple of shorts on Colt's channel of J-Hope with this shirt on that he was showing all his chesticles. And I said, oh, and so that the energy y'all bringing to Texas? That's what y'all bringing to Texas? J-Hope with his chesticles all out? I don't know about tanning. I have no idea. No clue. I'd have to get Jennifer on here. She's the tanning queen and very pale. I was like, that's the energy they giving. They just short shirt just all out. Just I was like, all right, I tap out. I'm like, I tap out. I'm done. Like, I don't even know what I did. I saw them shorts and I'm like, and I did see a group photo of them together in Madrid. And Jimin had this outfit on that I have to do research. I need to do research on this outfit in Madrid that Jimin was wearing. I need to for research purposes. Research per JK had his chest out too. I try not to spoil it, y'all, because yeah, I'm in Texas. I'm waiting for BTS August 16th. I can't, okay. I need to, okay. I need to go. I need to, what? Y'all are talking about Hershey bar abs. What? Okay. I have not seen any of these videos, y'all. Like I said, I'll be trying not to spoil it real hard. But then, like I say, I'll see shorts and I'm like, I gotta look at this Jimin outfit. I really gotta, like, I saw the Jimin outfit and I zoomed in on my phone and I'm like, I need to look, I need to investigate because the outfit was just doing too much. It was just too much for me to be dealing with. It looked like an outfit that I would definitely be in love with. I was like, that just looks like, is there a sash thing? Girl. I was like, who picked this outfit? He can never do it. I can't help it. She said I can't help it. I just gotta look. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you just have to look. That's how I feel. Sometimes I'll be like, I gotta look, you know. JK's wearing a jean jacket. Oh my God. I did not see JK's dance challenge. I saw him and J-Hope do a dance challenge and I reposted it on my Patreon. I did see J-Hope. They did there's like a NSYNC. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed. Yeah, tell me what you do now, cause I want you back. Who was at the concert? My concert is not until August 16th. My concert is August 16th. So that's why I've been watching minimal amount of spoilers. I know what I saw. I didn't even watch that. I read that story and I had to read it again. I said, Tay did what? And I know I did see the clip of the video before I went to bed last night that he like poured the water. I was like, if Tay would pour water in my mouth, I would probably drown. Okay. I don't know how that fan did it. Because if Tay looked at me, I'll be like, me? He's like, yeah, open up. I'll be like, wait a minute. I'm going to need dinner first. I'm gonna need dinner first. I'm gonna need some sort of dinner. So, I wouldn't even know how to react. I would just be like, y'all know I'm scary. I'd just be like, me? It's like you. I'm like, I'll pull Jennifer. I'll be like, Jennifer, then get my camera out and film it. I'll be like, surely you're not talking to me. Jennifer. I'll push Jennifer and be like, what the fuck? She'd be like, all right. Just like Jennifer would be like, oh, she would go along with it. But me, I'll be like, I'm too scary, y'all. Y'all know I'm scary. I'm the scariest person on the planet. You watched it 20 times at least? I've seen it once. I need to watch it again. You said y'all be like, let's go. Y'all are so bold. Y'all dinner's optional. Y'all are so bold. I am not a bold lady. I'm scared. Y'all know I'm scary. I'm scary as hell. I'm telling you, I would look at Jennifer and I'll be like, go now, Jennifer. Or I'd grab somebody. I grab the person next to me to the right. I don't even know this person. I'm just gonna grab her and be like, girl, go. Girl, go. They be like, who are you? I was like, I'm trying to help you out. Trying to get you out there, girl. Like, I don't even know you. I'm like, my name's Kiki. You know me today, girl. Go on out there. Like, I'll be grabbing strangers. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm so glad that they were having fun, though. Oh, the live stream they did was after the sound check. They were still in the same clothes. Ah, okay. Hello, Lisa. It was, yeah, I think the live stream was after the concert. You were very expressive when I have a drink. I am. But I had to, that would terrify me. I'd sober up real quick. If a BTS member would just look at me, I would just be like, I'm sober. It turned into like a Big Bang song. I'll be like, I'm sober. My alcohol bravery, my liquid courage, that's what they call it. My liquid courage would be gone. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, like I'm not brave. I'm not a brave girl. I'm very like timid and scary. Like people think I'm like real bold, and I'm like, child, I'm an introvert. I'm really shy and self-conscious. People like, but you have a YouTube channel, you get on camera. I was like, I don't care about getting on camera. But I do care about like dealing with like human beings, especially BTS. I couldn't handle it. Like I would just be like, I'd be like, Jennifer, go, girl, go. She was like, shit. I'm scary. I'm scary. She said, I will blow kisses to anyone of them when they looked at me. Really? That's why your name is Baddie. Cause that's bad. That's baddie behavior. I am not a baddie. I am a wilting flower. I'm timid and shy. Well, I mean, in certain circumstances. Now, when it comes to sticking up for myself or something with my kids, I'm very forceful. When it comes to work, I'm very like professional because I know what I'm doing. But when it comes to men folk, oh no, baby. It don't have to be BTS. Like me and men, like I'm so used to not dealing with men like in my life. I told y'all, like I'm like men, I'm like allergic to men. Cause the only man I really deal with is my son and my boss. Like one of my bosses is a guy. But we don't like, it's not a social thing between me and my boss. And my boss is real cool, real fun guy. But all the rest of the people I work with are women. All the women. There's like a few other guys, but I just email them. I don't ever like interact with them or talk to them or nothing. And then my son. And that's it. I don't deal with the male species. Like I don't have I don't have interactions with men. I just live my life. I don't have no man like, hey, I'll be like, if a man would come and talk to me, I'll be like looking around like, who are you talking to? like, hey, I'm like, who are you talking to? The background is amazing. This background is amazing. This some hotness in this background. I was gonna put Yoongi up. I have a really cool, or I have a really cute picture of Yoongi, but you know, team introvert. That's right, Jacqueline. Team introvert. You'd pass out. Sugar's my bias too. I would pass out. I would pass out. Team introvert. I'll take team introvert. So like I said, especially men, folks, men's are intimidating to me. I'm just like, I don't know how to act around them. It's been so long since I've like dealt with men, so I don't know. You got these three looking at you. They staring at you. Look at them. Yeah, they're like, they thirst trapping. So we're going to talk about, so let's, since we got everybody in here and we just kind of talked about, we're going to start off with talking about the BTS updates. Now, you guys, since we've been talking about BTS, you guys probably know better than I do because I have not paid attention to anything in Madrid. I know that Kim Tae-young did this thirst trapping ass exercise video. Like I'm sitting here, I forgot where I was at. I was parked at a store and it said BTS live. I got the notification and Kim Tae-young was up there, a child. He had just worked out. He was sweating. He was working out. He didn't have no sleeves on because Kim Tae-young don't know the meaning of sleeves. Sleeves is not in his vocabulary or his wardrobe. Kim Tae-young was up there working out with his sleeves. It was just sleeving and his arms was popping and he had blonde hair, which I love on him. I love that light color hair. And he was just sweating and talking and sweating. And I was just like, this is not natural. Kim Tae-young is not natural, y'all. I'm convinced that is other word. I told y'all before, if I had a son that looked like Kim Tae-young, I would be trying to lock him up. I'd be like, none of you chicks is gonna get at my son. If my son looked like this, I would be afraid for his life. Okay. I tell y'all that all the time. Like I have a cute son, but he's 16. Now, as my son gets older and he gets out of his like awkward phase, I'm it's heading a Timothy. He's giving, my son is giving like a somber Timothy Chalamet vibe, and I'm just like, y'all know, I like somber as an artist, but there's a level of attraction and sex appeal that somber has because he's a musician. My son looks like that, and I'm just sitting there like squinting, going, okay, you chicks, y'all stay away from my son. My son is tall. He's like 6'1". He's skinny, and he gives off a very like somber. When his hair is curly, it's like a Timothy Chalamet, like wavy curly hair, and then he straightens it out, and he's all like smoldering. I'm just like, but if my son looked like this, I'd be a worried mother. I would be a hello everybody. I'd be a worried mother. You might, y'all said I might be in trouble. I'm just like, he's 16, so he's at the awkward phase. But then I just kind of see like, oh no, it's just like, oh no. I'm just like, my son's like, mother. I'm just like, can we not? Like, can we not? Can we not? Can we not? Are my lesbian? I would love to be a lesbian. If I was a lesbian, I'd have every bitch on the planet. Women love me. Women really love me. I wish I was lesbian. But then again, I tell y'all, where would I get these kids from? I'm like, come get these kids. I don't know who had these kids. I done had 2 C-sections. Okay. I had to remind people. Not one, but 2. 2 C-sections. Painful births. If I'm lesbian, I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. Call me lesbians. Like, I have 2 C-sections. I'm like, who is these children that I'm feeding? Okay. I didn't messed up and fell in some penis. What was our lesbian? I'm like, whoa. I'm a lesbian who lost her way and just fell on some dick. Woo! 9 months later. Oh no, what happened? How did we get here? And then I fell on it again. Woo! Woo! I'm like, I must be a bisexual. Cause I'm like, how did these kids? I don't know where these kids came from. Like, bitch, did you fall on some penis? I did. I was walking down the street. It was it was a cold day, and there was a man there, and I don't know what happened. Like, how does that happen? Oh my God. It was a cold, dark night. I was a little drunk and I was walking. And whoa! What is this? Ma'am, that's male genitalia. You fell on. No. Like, how did this happen? Twice. Oh, I'll be a failed lesbian. Oh my God, my lesbian friends be cracking up. They be like, what happened to you? I don't know. I got 2 kids. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. It's a miracle. It's immaculate conception. Oh, did I see Jimmy? Jimmy's Get Ready With Me video. Oh, Marie Miller said she went there. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with people. Yo, next thing you know, I was woke up naked in a field. I don't know what happened. I'm a lesbian. I can't be having these 2 children. I saw the Jimin. Are you talking about like the Vogue thing that he did for Vogue? And he was getting. I posted that on my post, and I saw Jimin getting ready, and he like his laugh is so cute. I never noticed that Jimin has the cutest laugh. Like his laugh is so like it's the cutest laugh. Like he was talking about best stylist ever. Like he was complimenting the stylist, and they were all giggling. And I was like, if I work for Jimin, I'd be up here giggling like a 12-year-old. I'd be like, oh, Jimin. Like I was giggling too. I'm like, wait. I'm like, hold on now, bro. Can't just go out. Like I'll be up there giggling. I'll be like, like Jimin is so funny. Jimin seems like really good natured and a lot of fun. I told y'all, Jimin just seems like a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun to be around. Like he seemed type of dude I would go out and like party with. You know? He's just cute. He's just cute. He was just laughing so cutely and getting ready. And then they had the stylist or the designer. I don't know who that guy was, but he was talking about how like Jimin is very like, they gave him like a bunch of outfits, and then Jimin was picking which one that he thought was better and asking like, which one. And the stylist was, so Jimin is very involved. In the process, he was saying as an artist, it was just so cute. He was. He's just like, yeah, oh, Jimin. I want to work for Jimin. I want to be a style. I don't even know how to do hair or nor makeup. So I'm just like, I don't know how to do either. I like maybe Jimin, I could file your nails or something. Like I don't even know how to do that either. I don't have none of them skills, but I can help him get dressed. Put some, oh yeah, it sounded nasty. I don't mean help him get dressed in that way, y'all. I mean, like, I could help him, like, pick out clothes. I'm like, that looks good. That looks like that. I would be a consultant. That's it. I don't have any other skills. I'm just, Yoongi and Namjoon to watch out. No, Namjoon and Yoongi are safe. Jimin is just cute. I'll hold the fan. I'll be like, okay, Jimin, I got your fan. They like, this your job? Is this you right now? I was like, y'all, you know what? Y'all ain't even got to pay me. I'm good. Like, they don't, hi, big hit. You ain't even got to pay me. I will just show up. I will get my own flight there. They ain't got to pay for flights. Now, look, I may have them charge for incidentals. Like, I do want some food, and I do, I like, you give me like a little siphon, like when I get there, but I'm like, I can catch a flight. I'll pay for my own flight. And I just be sitting there holding Jimin's fan. That's it. Like, what you doing? I don't know. I'm holding his bag and his fan. That's all I got. Like, this is you right now. This is me right now. You flew all the way. I flew all the way here. Are you getting paid? No. Jimin has the best assistant ever. That's all I'm doing, just in the background. Just y'all be like, bitch, is that Kiki back there? I'll be looking like this too. They be like, oh man, she doing bro. Are you back there nervous? I'm back here nervous. Leave me alone. He would choose Jimmy for his sister, did he? You will be my son. But yeah, I would just give me a swag bag and give me some money for food and try and like to get around. Like I need to, give me a rental car. I'm good. All I need is a rental and a siphon for some food. I don't even eat a lot. I would be there, just holding this bag like this, just looking suspicious. Ma'am, are you? Jim would be like, she's cool. Just come on. Just holding the bag. La la la. They'd be like, I'd be like, best job ever. Right. Can they tie the shoelaces? I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm just an assistant. That's what I'm doing. I'm on staff. And you ain't even got to pay me. I'll just show up for events. Just, hey, we need you. I'm like, I'm here. Like, she cheap. Right. I would just, for me to hang out with Jimin would be like, I'm like, okay, Jimin, let's go drink somewhere. we be at the bar like, all right, Jimin, shit. Is it good? Is it good? I just want to go drinking with Jimin. That's all I want to do. I just want to go hang out with him, drink some wine, just some soju. I just want to go drinking. Jimin seems like a fun person to get inebriated. Like he turn all red and be giggling. You washed clothes? Oh, you're both Libras? I drive Jimin. Once I park Jimin. That's a good one. Oh Lord, Jimin and Yoongi soju time. And if they want to bring Yoongi in the mix, I'd run for the hills. I'd run. Like I would be so y'all know I'm scary. I would just run. I'd just be like, he'd be like, Yoongi's gonna join. They'd be like, oh, she gone. She's gone. Where's she going? I was like, gotta go. Like Namjoon's coming. I'm like, ah! I just take off. I'd be like, I gotta go. I'll be in my hotel room if you need me. Bye. Like I would just be scared. All the rest of the members, I would be a little nervous. Like Jungkook, I would be a little nervous. All the rest of the members, I'll be okay. The moment they talk about Yoongi and Namjoon is going to join us for a drink, I'd be running off scared or be sitting there like this. Like they'd be like, "What's wrong with her?" I'm like, "Don't mind me, none. I'm drinking." I'll be shaking, girl. I'll be shaking in the corner, just drink shaking. Don't mind me, none. Like they be like, "Oh man," they be like, "This your assistant?" Like, yes, yeah. Don't mind her. She's a little nervous. Look, Jimmy, that whole day liquor, I know. They would drink me under the table, touching their hair while looking like I'm a stylist. Yeah, the stylists do touch their hair a lot because they gotta have everything like perfect, like every line. They take the comb and they're like, and then the hair gotta be just, and then they be like, I said those stylists is on point. They're very precise. Korean stylists are especially in K-pop, are very much on point. It's all about the hair being shellacked and the moment they start sweating, and then some members sweat more than others and they sweat it out. And so they have to come in here and be like, this little hair has to go here, this one has to go here, and that's okay, while I let go, you know. But let's order when you would be all in. Oh my God. I can't deal with that energy. The energy is too much for me. It's too bright for me. I'll be trying to run up out of there. And then I'd probably go home and like cry or something. No, I'm not a crier. I would go home and probably kick myself and feel bad. Like, dang, I should have. And I'll be like, shoulda, coulda, woulda, because I'm not brave. I'm like, I should have. Damn. But yes, I need to see more pictures of BTS in Madrid. Then they did a live stream. And they all sat together. Like, not all of them. There was 5 of them. Yoongi wasn't there. And who else wasn't there? JK, I don't think, was JK not there? Oh, Junie cut the tips of his hair off. I saw Junie's hair. Like I saw Junie's hair. It's back. He still looks good, but it's not like that blonde color anymore. It's like a different color. The live was so hilarious. I have not watched the live. Oh, JK came in at the end. Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't see the live. I heard it was funny though. I saw it when it flashed on my screen and I got the notification. Oh, J Hope wasn't there. It was J Hope and Yoongi that wasn't there. You would be all in? He showed you an ass to eat. It was Hope and Yoongi that wasn't there. You think Namjoon? Namjoon always looks good. But I like him with the blonde hair. Y'all know Dark and Wild Namjoon is my favorite Namjoon. Dark and Wild Namjoon is like, maybe I should read the instructions before I start putting this on my face. Y'all hold on, give me a minute. It says directions before using, test a small amount on the skin of your neck to make sure it does not irritate your skin. Here I was just like, fuck it. Like, I was like, you know what? Let's go. Kiki like to live on the wild side. When it comes to something like this, I'm just like, you know what? Just, I don't, we ain't gonna, we're just gonna ignore all of that. So, it says, you may have to use facial oil or moisturizer. My skin is not that dry. My skin is balanced. Okay, y'all. Well, we're gonna try it. Let's get it. What else happened in Madrid? We're gonna get it. I've never used this before. So this should be interesting. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm like, I like to live on the wild side. I'm a wild child. I'll put anything on my skin. They be like, oh God. I'll be in experimental phase. So far, no irritation. So far, so good, y'all. So far, no irritation, no redness. So far. Now, if I put it on and start screaming, y'all be like, oh hell, she's done too much. But and I'm supposed to use it, I think 2 or 3 times a day. So, and it's not greasy, it's sticky. A lot of times when I put stuff on like this, it's greasy, it's sticky, but it's not. So it's not greasy, it's not sticky, and it absorbs pretty quickly. So mukbang before and after that. Oh my God, mukbang. Y'all, I went to a barbecue place with Jennifer. So it was my birthday yesterday. And I went to a barbecue place with Jennifer. I couldn't even finish like the pulled pork. I was just like I like y'all, my stomach is not my stomach, my intestines are like literally like this big because I'm missing some body parts. But um yeah, like Jennifer, like if y'all didn't see, this is what she got me. She got me this, a Starbucks gift card and a massage, a gift massage coupon. This says Min Yoongi, and I will treasure it for the rest of my life. Someone's like, shouldn't it say Namjoon? I'm like, I was like, y'all stop being messy. Y'all being messy. Y'all like, shouldn't it be saying Namjoon? I mean, really? It's too late. Jennifer already ordered it. She was like, maybe I should have got you a Namjoon one. I was like, you should get a group together and take a tour. I would love to take a tour of Korea with the group. It would be fun. But I've been to Korea. So Jennifer's going back in September, y'all. She's going back in September. And I wanted to go with her, but my kids are in school and I don't have anyone to watch my kids. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm in trouble. Wait a minute. It kind of, it's itching. It's kind of tingling. She said, I have no desire to go South Korea. They didn't go nuts. I feel you. Jennifer loves going to South. She loves it there. And South Korea is a nice country. I mean, it's a great place to go. But so I'm trying to think what else happened to BTS. I think that's all that happened. I don't know how long they're going to be in Madrid. Where are they going after Madrid, y'all? Y'all tell me. I know they'll be in Texas in August. And Jennifer's like, can you believe it? It's like almost July already. I was like, it still seems so far. Like it's not real to me. I keep telling y'all, this hasn't hit me yet. My nose is itching. I wonder how much should I put on? Like, you know what? I'm gonna ah okay. Wait a minute. like this is some real power. Okay, y'all, this is some really powerful stuff. I'm gonna add some more. Okay. This, oh wow. Okay. Well, you know what? Go hard or go home. Did I just poke myself in the eye? Okay. Well, like did I just yeah. This stuff is very potent. Like this, I've used other like night creams and moisturizers. This stuff is like, girl, my skin is like before your very eyes. Oh, they go to Belgium next, Brussels? Before your very eyes. I didn't de-aged in just a minute. I'm telling y'all, like this is some shit, y'all. This is the real deal. Huh, huh. My face feels tight. I feel like my face tightening up. People love this stuff. Like I'm telling you, my esthetician is like, you gotta get this stuff. I was like, it's like, how much is it? It's like $70 a bottle, but it's worth it though. Like I feel like my skin, like I'm telling you, I'm gonna de-age in a minute. Like my face is gonna be like yes, I'm snatched. I am effing snatch, 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 snatch. I'm silly tonight, y'all. I'm on one. This is called. It's made by Astrowood. It's called Triple Repair. It's vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and this arginine. This is the stuff that I was told. This arginine that's on here. This is the stuff that tightens the skin really quickly. And I looked it up and I researched it before I start putting stuff on my skin. But it's a little tingly. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little tingly, little tingle, 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 tingle. And I just use toner on my face, so that could be the reason why it's a little tingly. But it works. This works. Don't be touching my eyes. I try not to hit my. I just poke myself in the eye. They're like, don't get it in your eye, bitch. You're gonna go blind. But this is like, this is pretty good. One more, please. This is made by a company called Astrowood. They are out of Beverly Hills, California. It's called Triple Repair. It's an anti-aging serum. Now I know the hyaluronic acid does make my face tingle because I have a whole bottle of it, a low dosage, a whole like a big thing of hyaluronic acid. Don't ask, because I used to have my own hair care and skincare. And so I have like a whole like uh biograde of it. But when I use it, it kind of makes my skin tingle. So I think that's what's making it tingle. But the Arginine, that is the magic sauce in Botox in a bottle. So once you get a high dosage of that, that's really what tighten up the skin. And I can feel it. Like I'm looking at the live stream and I'm like, hey, this is awesome. This is great. How I'm gonna be cross-eyed in a moment. I'm like, this is awesome. Oh my God. Like, this is great. This is awesome. But anyway, BTS is gonna be in Brussels. Oh my God. I wonder what they're gonna do there in Brussels, y'all. What y'all think? I feel a warmth on it, like it's a warm feeling. It's just like, ooh, warm. But that's fine. I'm gonna live forever. Tell our kids that I'm gonna live forever. They're like, Mama, what? I'm like, I'm gonna be looking this age forever. people like, oh, your birthday. How old are you? I'm like, I'm like, oh. I'm like 50 something. I tell people like people be forgetting. I have to warn and tell people I'm not a little kid. I may have braces. I just got my braces tightened too, y'all. They're painful. I've had braces for. I tell you, I'm gonna be sitting up in the skeleton. Like I'm be up in the skeleton just with my braces on. It must be applied to damp skin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, it was dampish. Like I had a toner, a little bit of wetness from the toner. I was so reckless. You was 35 until your oldest caught up and said, Mom, we can't both be the same age. My kids are so young. They are gonna like look. I don't know how my kids are gonna look. I mean, if they inherited my genetics, then they will age pretty well. They will age well. I didn't think I would age this like this, but then again, like my mom really didn't look old. She did. She looked younger than her age, so I didn't think because people still see me. They think I'm like a little kid. Like when I say little kid, anything under 40 is a little kid. Like Jennifer, like me and Jennifer are so far apart in age, like because she's in her late 30s, and then people think that like because I show people, I was like, here's pictures of me in my 40s, and they're like 40s. I'm like, yeah, shit, I'm way past the 40s is gone, honey. Them 40s been gone. I'm like 40s gone, gone. Bye, bye. I ain't been in my 40s like over 10 years. I'm like 40s now. Like we're heading towards 60. Okay, we're just driving, just on the road, just beep beep to 60. I can't believe I've lived this long. So, and my kids are like, Mama, you old. I'm like, don't remind me. I look way too good. I'm glad you think so. Your dad is 80s. Is your dad thirst trapping? My friend got a dad in his 70s. He's thirst trapping him. Like he's a really good looking 70-something-year-old man. And I'll just be like, yeah, just keep going. Just keep swimming. Keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep going. I'm gonna be 60 and be like, Our kids are like, really? I'm like, kids, I'm gonna be 6 years old and be like, still embarrassing them. Still working on it. But anyway, what was I gonna say? BTS need to hurry up and get here to Texas. I am eagerly awaiting. I want to know what kind of events that they're gonna have. Do y'all know? Because y'all know we all on Weverse, well, most of us. I get these alerts about like pop-ups and events and stuff like that, like whenever they go on tour. So in Arlington, I'm sure they're gonna have that as well, even though I can't really readily get to Arlington. Arlington is kind of far. It's not kind of, it is far. I mean, it's probably like an hour or so, hour and 15 minutes away from me and Jennifer. Me and Jennifer live not too far from each other. But it's like an hour. And so, do they always have pop up in events before they go? Y'all would know better than me. I've never been to a BTS concert. Where do you go? Driving on the road. I'm on the road to 60. But so do they always have these events? Because again, I've never attended like all the concerts I've been to. I've never been like get a lot. First of all, most of the concerts I go to, Jennifer is buying the tickets, not me. Yeah, I know Stray Kids. I went to their concert, but I'm not like in these fan groups, so like I don't know how this goes. So how does that go with the pop-ups? Do they do this for like all their concerts, or do you go to, or like has anyone ever been to like one of these pop-ups? I want to know if you've been to a pop-up. Let me know if you've been to one of these Weverse events that pop up because I have never been to one. You love Han Ji Seong? Girl, I'll probably get a room near the venue, or I'll be coming from Robeson Rest, Denton. I used to live in Denton County. I used to live in Providence Village, by the way. I used to live in Providence Village. We missed it. I was just in Aubrey the other day. My dentist is in Aubrey. Like we drive, like it take me an hour to get to F and Aubrey, and I was just like, the lines were too. They were too. Are they really long? She said, "Awesome." Yeah, I miss living. My kids were having palpitations because we had not been there in like 3 4 years, and they miss living there. They miss our old house. I miss living there, but I moved though, so I was like, traffic is too hectic. I can't deal with Providence Village, and so we moved. We're way here on the other end of 380, and so but yeah, we drive. I drove my dentist is in Aubrey, so I still kept my dentist. I'll drive an hour for my dentist. Damn it, it's been 3 years. We're still together. We're like me and my dentist. Let me tell y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Shh. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a secret. I have a hot dentist. Is that bad, y'all? That I keep this? Don't tell nobody. I got a hot dentist. My dentist is hot. My dentist is an Asian guy. I won't say his, okay, Dr. Tao. Okay, I have a dentist named Dr. Tao. My dentist is hot. Like when I say hot, I mean, you like y'all know y'all watching the K drama, and then like the first time I saw my dentist, I was like, it was like it's like music hit. It's like cha la 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 la, like the music hit, girl. He's like, I'm Dr. Tao. I'm like, he's like, hey, and your name? I'm like, ha, it's just ha, whoo, ha. Oh, I was like, yeah, like I was like, child. So I saw my dentist the other girl. I think my dentist is probably. I don't know if he's married or not. I have no idea. I didn't look through this wedding ring, and so over the years I've had the same dentist, the same ortho. And so my ortho knows like everything about me. My ortho's like, how's the K-pop channel? And how's the he knows all of that. He knows that he's like, you're going to see BTS, right? I said in August. He's like, that's right, in August. Like my ortho knows when I go on vacation, when I went to Florida, when I went to Korea, all of it. Like my ortho, we've been together for like 4 years. So my ortho's always asking me, like, how's things going? How's work? Because I work a lot. And he's like, I know you're a workaholic. But every time I see my dentist child, my dentist is like, sha-la-la-la-la. Like you hear the music, right? Girl, you hear that music? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Like my dentist is thirst trapping him, honey. His hair is always like coiffed, and he's like 5'9". He's thin. He's a good looking older dude. Like he's probably like in his 40s, maybe early 50s, and he looks like some kind of tanned K-pop singer. I just be like, I don't even know. They don't have pop-ups at every concert stop. Okay. I just want to know, is there usually long lines at these pop-ups? I got sidetracked on my dentist, honey. If you see my dentist, y'all be like, damn. I'm like opening my mouth. I'm like, oh. Girl, I'll be up here getting nervous. And so they don't have pop-ups at every concert. I've never been to a pop-up, y'all. Hello, JKA, KAQW. Thank you very much. Welcome as a member. Sometimes there's long lines. Pre-order your merch online and pick it up at the stadium is faster and easier. I've heard that. I've never done that before. They also say, okay, oh, their comment disappeared. Where's your comment go? Hello, member. Welcome. Look at the little baby Yoda. The baby Yoda, baby Grogu. I'm a Star Wars fan. Baby Grogu. Hey, Grogu. Hey, Grogu. I'm a big Star Wars fan. But thank you. I appreciate all my members here, ladies and gentlemen. So you pick. I don't buy merch. I've never bought any merch at a concert ever. If I've ever bought merch, it's been online. It's just I didn't know until like 3 months ago that you could pick up merch. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the insanity. No, am I gonna see the new Spider-Man movie? I am. We are Spider-Man fans here. We are Tom Holland fans. Tom Holland and Zendaya got secretly married apparently, and so we are very, 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 very much supportive of Zendaya. You think it's new for to pick up the merch? Is that something new that they started? I love Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland. You hear my kids screaming. I don't know what they're doing downstairs. Goes down the line. She who hasn't had a scandal. Let's find and create one. I do. This is a wonderful insanity. It's kind of insane. Oh, your Wi-Fi glitched. You're like, my Wi-Fi glitched. Yeah, we don't take ourselves too seriously. I don't take myself too seriously ever and nothing. I'm too goofy. Okay, wait. Oh, my leg. Oh, I think my leg is caught in my. Okay. My leg is caught in the ring lock cord. I'm like, wait. Ah, shit. But I would like to try to pre-order merchandise and see what is. I just want to know the experience of me picking up merch from there. I just want to see. I just want to see how that works. So that's why I'm asking questions because that's an experience. I bring y'all so much joy. I'm glad I do. Especially on a Saturday night. Like like I said, I went to the gym today and I was so like happy to get to the gym. The second time. Like I just didn't realize how much I missed going to the gym. When I was moving, I couldn't go to the gym because I was so physically exhausted. But I feel really like the gym has really lifted my spirits and my mood. Thank you, physical fitness. I gotta keep you in shape. Oh, it's super easy? Okay. Ooh. I will try it and I will report back to y'all. And the necklace that Jennifer, wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something else. So I bought curtains. Y'all. Because I ain't got no curtain. But then I realized my son's like, Mom, we don't have any more curtain rods. And I'm like, well, damn. We ain't got no curtain rods. Well, damn. So I bought curtains, but I got to get some curtain rods tomorrow. But I got to put these curtains together. This is a lot of curtain, y'all. We're gonna look at these curtains together. This is distracted live stream. This is the curtain. Wait, hold on. Let me hold it out. Wait, let's see if y'all can see it. Like a virgin, he touched for the very first time. Oh, sorry. Like a virgin. I'm telling y'all, it is. Yes, I am done unpacking and putting things up. So these are curtains. You may not be able to see it, but it is a lovely lilac. Oh, you can kind of see it. It's a lilac purple. Gonna give you all my love, boy. Now since I found you like a virgin. Hey! I promise y'all I haven't been drinking. Just hello, Dolores. I promise y'all I have not been drinking. I just had a moment. But yes, these are my curtains that I ain't got no curtain rod for. And these curtains come with fairy lights. Instead of the veil, these curtains come with fairy lights. So you clip. Yeah. So you clip these lights onto the curtain. Cause I like lights. I'm really into lights and into lighted. Like I like things that light up. Like my bed lights up. Well, y'all can't see it because I have the background, but my bed lights up. So y'all see my bed, it lights up, it changes different. So I'm really into lights. And so these are, when I get off this live stream, I'm gonna attempt to put these lights on these curtains. We'll see how that goes, y'all. Wish me luck. You so afraid of Madonna? Why y'all afraid of Madonna? I like Madonna. Wear that instead of the wedding dress. Jennifer would be like, no, we are not wearing a curtain. Jennifer would be like, you're banned. Y'all know Jennifer's not putting up with my nonsense. Jennifer's like, I'm not putting up with your shit. I'm like, okay, Jennifer. Jennifer says she ain't put up with none of my hijinks, my shenanigans, and my nonsense. She is not doing any costumes. She will do hanbok, and that's it. She's not doing any veils, any cat costumes, any wedding dresses. She's not even doing any booty shorts. She and Jennifer is like, there's a strict dress code up in here. She said, dress code. Don't do it. I was like, what about it? She's like, nope. I was like, well, what? No. I'm like, damn, all right. She might let me wear a veil. And then she said she's reconsidering her stance on that. I was like, damn, so come August, I will probably just be in regular clothes, or I'll probably wear a hanbok, and she don't mind that. She's like, okay, it's allowed. Jennifer's like, no, don't come up in here with dressing crazy. She needs to go as a Lorax. Jennifer's like, she's like, don't do it. I'm like, Jennifer, but I don't. She's like, don't do it. Don't get left. She's like, I got to drive. I was like, Jennifer's driving. I don't want to drive all the way to Arlington. Like, I'm not doing that. It's over an hour drive. I ain't doing that. So Jennifer gonna have to drive. So she's like, if I'm driving, we ain't nope. I'm like, damn. All right. All right. Dealing with Jennifer's kind of like my mom. She younger than me. She like my mama. She'd be like, no, I'm not being embarrassed. I was like, damn. Jennifer's like, you can go by yourself then. I was like, damn, all right. She's like, I'm not going. You're not going. Nope. I was like, damn. All right. Yeah, she said hanbok, that's it. I was like, okay. We can compromise on that one. I can hanbok it. I can hanbok it. So I'm just thinking, is there any other BTS updates? I think that's all I have. I think there's an hour worth of conversation. I think that's all we have. I just enjoy talking about BTS so much. That's why I kind of linger on the updates a little bit, because I really enjoy talking about BTS and what they're doing. And again, like I said, so on to my next subject is about the backlash this week that had me annoyed. Like normally I read negative stories in the Korean media and the Korean news. The thing about Jimin floored me. Like that, I know people I know there are BTS haters out there. But the fact that people took the Dior pictures and they tried to darken them and age them was so egregious to me. I'm like, I can understand if you don't like Jimin. I can even understand the people not liking the hair. I get it. I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea. I understand that some people didn't like the Dior outfit. I get that too. That's fine. But the level of hate that Jimin got online, it was just weird. To me, it was unnecessary. It came out of nowhere. And the fact that people were trying to darken his pictures, I guess because allegedly that made him uglier, which I found highly offensive. And they were trying to make him look older. It didn't work, because I was looking at the pictures going, look like Jimin to me. I was like, Jimin? And then armies were coming back saying, no, these pictures have been edited. And then I went and looked at the original Vogue photos and the original Getty images. And yeah, you can tell that somebody edited these pictures. And I'm just like, and then went on social media and was like, oh, Jimin looks ugly. These were edited pictures that they were passing. They were, and again, still, even when they try to edit the pictures, I still was confused. I was like, so what is this picture doing? I'm like, is this he's supposed to be ugly here? Oh, he's supposed to be ugly. Okay. I was like, why would you even do that? Like, they said, oh yeah, people were saying that it was JK and V solo stands. I saw some of that. I went on social media and started looking around just to see the people who were posting it. And a lot of them were the solos. And I just don't understand why. Like, why would you? Jimin goes to Fashion Week things every year. He went to one last year. Remember, he showed up with that suit on with his chesticles out and he was looking really good. I don't understand why they went after him on this. I didn't get it. Like, I'm sitting there looking at the pictures going, okay, so, right. Like, it went over I was literally baffled. Okay. Cause I didn't know what people were looking at. And I'm like, is it just me or I'm the only person? Like, I'm showing other people. I'm like, people who don't even know BTS. What do you think about this picture? Oh, that's a nice jacket. Oh, that's a cute guy. I'm like it made me feel that I'm losing my mind and I'm crazy. I'm like, am I crazy? I'm like, what? I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, okay, so what do we? Then they start pulling up Getty images of Sugar, J Hope, RM, um, and I forgot who else. And I'm just like, oh my God, BTS are so ugly. What? I'm like, this what this you right now? This what y'all got? This what I start laughing. I said, this is what y'all got. Y'all can't criticize BTS's comeback, album, popularity, concerts. Y'all can't accuse them of inflating numbers because they've been on the chart for 12, 13, 14 weeks. This what y'all got. Now BTS is ugly. Okay. now this is ugly. I'm like, boy, I said, boy, I feel bad. I said, you hate y'all are really grasping at straws. Y'all, this is what y'all got. I was like, how desperate and pathetic can you be? Like this is ugly, y'all. This is ugly. These men are ugly. I was like, ugly as in oh my God. Oh my God. I'm like, right, exactly. They don't know how to support their own faves. And then I was like, okay, if you think Jimin look ugly or whatever, just move on. That's my whole thing. It may not be a look for everybody. Every look that BTS has on concert in fashion is not my cup of tea. And then, like I said, nobody was dragging in J Hope. And then that's how you know the shit is real fucked up because nobody was dragging J Hope. J Hope came out with the striped suit on again. Louis Vuitton, he looked good. He had a bag. Nobody was dragging J Hope. Okay, not saying that J Hope deserved to be dragged. He didn't. He looked fabulous. But they decided to drag Jimin, and I was like, well, why? Why the fuck are they dragging Jimin? Y'all ain't got nothing to say. I'm like, J Hope did Fashion Week too, but y'all. That's why I know these critiques and these criticisms ain't shit. I keep telling y'all, I don't trust K-pop fans online. I don't trust their taste in music, fashion, or whatever. People will sit there and lie and be like, oh, this song sucks. Oh, this outfit is busted. Blah, 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 blah. And they don't really mean it. They're just haters. So therefore, I don't believe anything these K-pop people be saying. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Nobody said nothing about J-Hope. Nobody went in about J-Hope's outfit. Nothing. They all went after Jimin. Why? Why is that? Whenever there's a dating scandal that comes up, it is always V and Jungkook. And I'm like, you mean to tell me that the other BTS members, they ain't got no dating scandals? Ain't nobody talk about who Namjoon hooking up with? That's how I know this is foolishness. Always V. Always Jungkook with Winter. Well, I post things and got annoyed with that. Jungkook can't even post nothing with people being like, see, that's Winter. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why is Jungkook and V get the dating rumors? Then they're trying to say that V is with Jenny again. He's not, y'all. He's not. Like, there's no evidence. So I'm like, why is that these two out of 7 people in the group, the only 2 people that keep getting hounded with dating rumors is V and Jungkook? Why? You mean to tell me now one of these other 5 dudes ain't been hooked or rumored with some, rarely. Never. It's always Jungkook and V, which is the most ones. And so that's why I was like, I know this is not real because y'all don't never talk about dating rumors with nobody else. And like, to be honest with you, there's things there that I'm just like, ain't nobody pay attention to Jen. I'm just like, well, ain't nobody pay attention to Jen. Okay. It must be nice to be the other five members. They can date whoever they want to date. Cause I'm like, nobody is focused on them. One of the members of BTS, they could be whole ass, they could have a whole ass wife at the house. And ain't nobody paying attention to what they doing. Nobody's worried about any other the members dating. Just Jungkook and V. That's how I know this is fake. I'm like, they can't be the only two members dating. I just, yeah, shippers are a different breed. They're a different level of crazy. I liked back in the olden days, Yoongi had one. Yeah, there was two dating things with Yoongi, but it's been a long time. That was back in like 2016, 2017. Right, they don't get upset about only Jin and Jungkook do they get upset about. So that's why I said that's how I know this is not real. Because I'm like, y'all they're putting pictures together and this person's here and this person there, but I'm like, why y'all only do it with JK and Jungkook? I mean JK and V. Why do they only do that with them, especially JK? And then the same thing with other groups. There are members of other groups that are always girl groups or boy groups, always in some kind of dating scandal. And I'm just like, and then with this person, and I was like, so they're the only idols to go someplace? Like idols go a lot of places. They post a lot of things on social media. They don't get caught into dating scandals. People are not playing I Spy and Where's Waldo with Yoongi or Jimin or whatever. It don't happen. So that's how I know that this is not real. You know, I'm like, this is not real. These are just Delulu solo stands and sasangs who are just obsessed with this for some reason. Because they're 12-year-olds. Not all of them are 12-year-olds. Y'all see that lady try to break into JK's house? She was 50. She said JK was the love of her life while her ass got deported. And the other lady that tried to break in JK's house, she was in her 30s. All the women who tried to break in JK's house have been over 30. They've all been grown-ass women. JK is the love of my life. Mentally 12, yes. I agree. JK is the love of my... Yeah, I remember that. I've heard about the RM's married rumors that is like some kind of like conspiracy theory. Oh, is that what it is? So aunties and toxic solos think the Maknae line is the most popular members, and that if they can hurt their reputation, it would lead to the fall of BTS. So that's what it is. Because again, I just noticed the pattern, and I'm like, this is just some weird shit. I was like, why just these two or three people? Jimin's girl's nuts, so they stop. I didn't know that, but that kind of makes sense. The why they keep harping on JK. Anytime JK, like in it, like I said, the connections are so ridiculous that I'm just like, what? I'm like, what level of insanity do you have to connect together? Like somebody said something, a video game character, she looks like this video game character. She don't even look like that no more. I'm like, but y'all know that. Winters posted pictures on Instagram. She doesn't look like this video game character. And this video game's been around since 2022. So I was really confused. I was like, how do you equate JK's love of posting characters from a game that, oh, it's about Winter, when she don't even look like that anymore and the game is from 2022? I was confused. I was like, y'all do see that she posted pictures on Instagram and her hair don't, those are promotion pics for the album. Her hair don't even, she's probably wearing a wig. Like, what do y'all talk? I was just like, how are y'all? Then I posted about the tattoo thing, how people were talking about the tattoo on JK's arm, and then people posted the pics, like, you can clearly see there's no tattoo there. So you would think people would move on, but no, they keep going on about this. And some of y'all are like, they still going on about this? I'm like, yes, honey. They are still going on about the Winter JK thing. And again, all of this gives me a side eye. I'm telling y'all, this gives me a side eye. And so and it's to the point where I don't know who to blame. Somebody is doing this on purpose. Like, this is purposeful now. I'm convinced that this is somebody is doing this on purpose, and I don't know who or why. But I am convinced this is not organic. I've looked up enough stuff, and I'm just like, that's suspicious. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. I was like, somebody is keeping this up. I don't know if this is the agencies. I don't. Again, I don't know who to blame. There's a list of usual suspects, but I don't know who to blame. But somebody keeps bringing this up. Somebody over and over again. This is a setup, honey. This is a setup. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I said this a year ago. I said this is a setup. And I am convinced more of it even now. So I don't know who is playing games with the fans. I don't know who is playing games, but somebody is playing games. Like Keith Sweat said, something, something, something just ain't right. Something is not right here. And this is not just fans. I'm like, somebody's putting this out there all the time. But I can't pinpoint it, but this is orchestrated. And I'm like, who is doing this? And every time the rumors die down, something else will come up, and then they be like, yeah, see, and I'm like, that's not no, not. You think Minnie Jen? You think Minnie Jen? I would. There's a list of suspects, and I don't know who to blame. There's so many people. She's on the list too. Maybe so. Yeah, this does sound like a tactic, a K-pop tactic. It does because it won't die, and there's no reason why it should even be alive. There's no reason why this rumor should be there. We've seen enough pictures and videos of JK without having the tattoo there, but people are still like, oh, I was like, okay, everybody sees there's no tattoo, time to move on. They come back with something else, and I'm like, okay. JK is dating Winter, yeah, and Lisa. So I was sick of that this week. Then speaking of Lisa from Blackpink, she did an interview. I forgot what magazine. She was on the cover of some magazine looking fabulous. Lisa. It's my girl. It's my bias, Lisa. And then she said there was something in the interview saying that they couldn't ask her personal questions and stuff like that. And then the fans went crazy because they're like, oh, this proof that she broke up with that Frederick Arnard dude. There's been a lot of, like, I'll be honest, there's been evidence that her and this dude broke up probably a couple of months ago. Okay. I am almost 110% that Lisa was dating this guy. Okay. I am almost sure. There's too much evidence out there that she was dating this dude. Good for her. I don't have any problem with that. But I got a bit annoyed. The fact that the fans were gleefully happy that she wasn't with this dude. So I went on an expedition. Y'all know I'm finna research some shit. Y'all know I go on my expeditions. So I started looking online because I'm like, okay, maybe this guy do something. Maybe he's an undercover SAS. Maybe he's a hoe. Maybe he got an STD. I don't know. So I went online and I looked up this guy. I looked up his family. I was like, maybe they did something shady. Maybe there's some bodies buried in the backyard. Didn't find none of that. I found nothing. I find it messed up that the fans were happy that she's not with this dude. And if they have been together, it's probably been about 2 years. And I felt some type of way. I haven't done a video or a short about it. I was going to do a short about it, but I forgot. But I felt some type of way that people were like, well, I'm glad they broke up. Why? What? Why? Being with somebody for 2 years and breaking up with them is not good. Then Lisa did an interview where they was asking her, they strapped her to a lie detector like they did Jen, and that was funny. And they asked her a bunch of questions on a lie detector. And they asked one question, I remember, they said, Lisa, is she heartbroken or a heartbreaker? And you could see like the look on her face and her eyes. And she said, and she looked down and she said, heartbroken. She said, and she tried to laugh it off. And she said, no, most of the time I'm definitely not a heartbreaker. I get my heart broken. And you can see the way she looked down, that like in the look in her eyes, like she tried to laugh it off, but you could see that like, and they said she was telling the truth. So she said, no, she laughed. She said, oh my goodness. She said, well, most of the time, yeah, I get my heart broken. And I said, oh, that's sad. And I understand that. So the idea that people would gleefully be happy that, you know, you would think they would be happy for her. You know, I thought it was too ugly. If he was treating her good, but it was just sad to see the look in her face was like you could tell that she was telling the truth. That she said she gets her heart broken a lot. And I said that's just sad that people are happy that she's not with this dude. And I was like, why would people be happy that she potentially probably got her heart broken? Like that she's, you know, probably she was out and she's been out on vacation and out at clubs and parties with her friends and stuff like that. And people notice that she's been alone a lot. And I said, she's probably trying to recover from, I don't wish that on nobody. Nobody having their heart broken by, like you've been with somebody for 2 years. And then, there's rumors out there saying that she had met his family and that his family were with her family, like all these things. So obviously this was like a real relationship. This wasn't just her screwing this dude or partying with him. This is obviously a real relationship. If they're meeting each other's families and shit. And so to go through that is horrible. And then to be in the spotlight, like, oh, how would be anybody like, yay? I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't want her to be heartbroken and alone. Like, I want her to have somebody. I want her to be with somebody. They don't see them as humans. I was just like, I don't want her, Lisa, to be heartbroken. I think but there's no evidence that she was dating him for his connections or anything. Lisa has money. I mean, not his kind of money, but Lisa is rich. I would expect her as a rich woman to be dating a rich man. I would expect her to date somebody in her income level and her class level. Lisa deserves to be dating a billionaire. Like, yeah, most billionaires is not that good looking. Shit, I would rather have her date him than a K-pop singer. I wouldn't want her to date no K. There's too much friction to her dating somebody in the industry. They're both busy and it's both crazy. I would rather her date just somebody that's in her tax bracket. I would want her to date somebody that has more money than she does. She deserves to be with somebody that's really on her level. And Lisa, and people talking about he ugly, and I'm like, well, maybe she thought I didn't think the dude was that ugly. But then again, I've seen K-pop singers, male and female singers, marry regular people. Like a lot of them have married people not in the industry that you would look at the girl and be like, okay. And like I said, I think this is kind of like in my mind, a double standard for women. If you're a pretty woman, then you expected somehow to date a pretty man. But if you're a man, you can date a woman and she'll just be, kind of attractive or, whatever. And that's fine. I see that in K-pop a lot. I'm like, a lot of these K-pop singers marry women and I'm like, like they not a supermodel. They not an actress. They just be regular women that they've been dating. But then for a female K-pop singer, somehow they're supposed to date some male supermodel. I'm like, that's kind of not how love works. You just kind of, that's kind of not. And then, like I said, in regular life, that's not how it works. I done seen plenty of attractive women with men who are just average. I'm like, or vice versa. I'm like, well, in real life, people meet people and that person treats them really, really well. And they fall in love with the person, how they're being treated and the way the person acts, the person's mannerisms. Maybe they started out as just friends, and then you fall in love with that person as you go along. You fall in love, especially in this business, in the industry, for somebody who's going to be there for you. Somebody's going to be very discreet. Somebody who's gonna not be telling your business out there. That's really a good thing. So I just thought it was very disappointing that fans was like, "Yay, she not with him." I'm like, based on what? Is he treating her bad? Is he whooping her ass? Like I found none of that. I'm like, well, he's not beating her up. He's not abusing her. He's not cheating on her. So I'm like, why can't Lisa be happy? Why can't she be happy? You know? Yeah, anyone to get her is lucky. It's a lucky man to have Lisa. But it's just the fact that she answered the question that she gets her heart broken a lot was just very sad. And I'm just like, so we don't know, like this dude dumped her. He could have dumped her. He could have been like, you know what, I'm tired of your lifestyle. I want to go date somebody else. It's been fun. It's been great. I can't do this anymore. And that happens a lot in K-pop as well. Maybe he was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, you're always gone. The up and down the industry, I'm gone. Most billionaires are not cute at all. They weirdos and creeps. You can be drop dead. Yes, but finding somebody that is down for you, and especially in this industry, and someone that's discreet is really hard to find. And then somebody also with the open schedule to fly here and fly there. Like you need somebody that's gonna have the ability to meet you here and do this and do that. And the only type of dude I see that does that is a dude that has lots of money that can be able to meet me in Tokyo. I'm gonna be here next week. A regular dude wouldn't be able to do that. They wouldn't. They were like, well, I can't get off of work. I got my own career. Blah blah blah. I'm really busy. So I could see her. I could see the appeal of being with him. I could see the appeal. Like besides the fact that he's insanely rich. Yeah, that's true. He even married a regular guy. He even married a businessman, rich businessman that she's talked about it before, that she's dated all these rappers and all these people in the industry, and they did not treat Eve very well. I saw an interview with her, and she said that this dude actively pursued her, and he was like, come see me, I'll fly you out. And she did not take him serious, and she was like, I don't know. And then once they went on a date and got to know each other, Eve said that her husband treated her very well, that he treated her better than any man that she had ever been with, especially the ones in the entertainment industry, that she had been dogged out by men after men after men in the entertainment industry. And that she finally got somebody that treated her like with respect and took his time to get to know her and really held on, even though she was pushing against it. But he really like kept at it, and they started out as friends, and he really actively pursued Eve. And she was just skeptical of the whole thing. But then after a while she was like, okay, this is a really good guy. Like he's really treating me good, and he don't have some other ulterior agenda. And yeah, I watched the Eve interview, and I was like, good for you, girl. Because I'm like dating people in the industry. Whoosh. Eve had been through it. She had dated all kinds of dudes in the industry. And she said they had dogged her out. They had cheated on her, lied to her, substance abuse, drinking, partying too much. That's a lot. So I just thought it was sad that the fans were gleefully happy that Lisa, I guess, got her heart broken and she's single. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like that wasn't, I didn't think that was cool at all. I was like, I want Lisa to be happy. I want all these people to be happy, to be able to pursue whatever they want to pursue, and not be, if they want to be alone and she want to be single and free, do that. If she wants to be in a relationship, then I hope she finds somebody that's gonna be good to her, and treat her well. But Lisa Rich, she got a little much money. She's gorgeous. You go, girl. Just go do you. Have your whole face. Just the whole life is the go life right now, girl. I understand. Kiki, I'm here for her. Okay. The whole life is the go life, girl. Go, go, go. So I thought that was sad. What else? Then I did a video about Evan. I just, oh my Lord. So the hate train continues on Evan. I felt, I'm not an Engine, I'm not an hyping fan, I'm not even an Evan fan. I listened to both of his songs, and the music is okay. It's not my type of music, y'all. Y'all know I'm a hip hop rap girl. So it's not my type of music. So it's not for me to judge, because it's very Justin Bieber-esque. And for those of you who don't know, I can't stand Justin Bieber. FYI. I'm not a fan of Justin Bieber, personally or professionally. I'm just not. And he didn't pee in my cornflakes. He didn't do nothing to me. But I'm just saying, I can't stand Justin Bieber. I can't stand I don't understand why people love Justin Bieber. I don't get it. Every time somebody's like, oh, Justin Bieber, I'm just like, okay, why are we here? I'm just like, what is this? Justin Bieber. I'm like, what? I've listened to many Justin Bieber songs, and I'm just like, yay. Okay, I'm not impressed with Justin Bieber. I don't understand what people see in his music. But anywho, I've survived 20 years of Justin Bieber. They're like, Justin Bieber. I'm like, is it because y'all think he cute? Okay, not my type there either. But I guess his one of Evan's influences is probably Justin Bieber. Okay, I like the song Overflow. Ride or Die, again, not my songs. These are not my type of pop music. I'm just not into it. But I'm not going to dog him out. But he was like on the Mnets and he was performing and he was like did some radio shows. He's not even been doing out promotions, right? And the people just been boycotting and dogging him out to the point that even I feel bad. I'm just watching this whole thing unfurl and I'm just like, I was like, if y'all don't like him, just leave him alone. Um, I just you say you don't understand Justin Bieber either. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, and I'm just like, I just like I didn't understand why people were dragging Evan so bad. Like I would read the stuff online and I'm just like, oh, here we go. I mean, people were dragging his hair, they were dragging his music, they were dragging like everything, like they were going down a gauntlet. I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, oh boy, oh, he doing a dance challenge. Oh shit. Every time Evan do something on YouTube, I'm like holding my breath. They were dragging him for armpit hair. I mean, I'm just like, okay. I was just like, okay. I'm like, okay, armpit hair. I'm like, oh, then his hair is red, and I thought he looked cute, and they were dragging him for the red hair, and I'm just like, ay, 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 ay. And I'm like, are we gonna have to experience this to the end of fucking time? Like, am I gonna be on my deathbed? Am I gonna be on my deathbed because they still gonna be dragging Evan? Like, is it gonna be months, years later, and are these people still gonna be dragging Evan? I'm just like, y'all let it go. Y'all can't let it go. I'm just like, what is they got hashtags, they got boycott. I'm just like, I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, no, in K-pop, Marie Miller, they don't have armpit hair. That's a whole nother conversation. I just didn't get either. These people are just miserable. They, like I said, I'm like, y'all wanted him to be a solo artist, so just let him go. Just be like, all right, have fun, bye. Go on with in hyping, or don't support them, or not, or both, or either whichever. I just like they can't let it go. I'm just sitting there like this. I'm telling you, this week was not my week. This week, I was the whole week. I'm going, okay, now what? You know, I just it is, yeah. The things that happen in K-pop, I got a whole video coming about it, but I'm just like, I'm like, it can't just be I don't like this song or critique or criticism and people just move on. It is unrelenting, full on, like 24/7 things. And then, like I said in my new video, that's what the video it'll be on Wednesday. I don't trust K-pop people because again, they will say that they don't like something, or they don't like something, or they don't like the song or Evan or whatever, and then it's not genuine. It's not they're saying it because they are hating on him. It's not because it's like real. It's not like a real critique or a real like I don't really like this. And I tell people there are plenty of things I don't like. I'm not into girl groups, but I don't make 10 videos about why I don't like girl groups. I made one video and that was enough for me. I made one video explaining it just to put it out on the record. I'm not a fan of girl groups because of these 10 reasons. And I did it and that's it. What would I be like sitting here making video after video after video about why I think girl groups are not good? Why would I just keep going on and on? I don't like girl groups, so I don't talk about them unless it's something like really newsworthy or something that has to do with a boy group. So again, I'm psychologically trying to wrap my mind around his song is trash, Evan is trash. I'm like, so you don't have to follow him on Instagram or listen to his music or subscribe to his YouTube channel. You ain't watching music. You ain't gotta do none of that. You can block Evan off your socials, block his ass, call it a day, and be like, that's not for me, and just move on. But K-pop fans, for some reason, can't do that. And I don't understand that. I don't literally psychologically get under, like, I'm not really understanding why we can't just be like, hey, I don't like that and just move on. Like whatever he does in his career, it's just, It's not just K-pop, it's in South Korea. But yeah, I agree that too. It's a bullying culture, but it's in international spaces too because a lot of the engines are international fans. A lot of them are. You have not been. I'm not on social media either. I just read about it in Korean news. You know, and then you're back. You back out, girl. I'm with you. I'm like I'm out too. That's how I feel. But this week has been like a steady drumbeat. Like 9 times out of 10, it's like small news stories. It's not. It's just stuff here and there. And I'm like, okay, but this week has been just like a steady, like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, okay. So Stray Kids, let's go to Stray Kids. Stray Kids had to come back. Yeah, I know some of y'all are like, what? Because I didn't know Stray Kids came out with a music video and a song. I know they're coming out with an album in August. I didn't know Stray Kids had a song. I watched the music video, Stray Kids music, even though I've been to their concert. And even though I always celebrate Stray Kids as being very popular, especially in international. Stray Kids came out with a music video. I don't know if y'all seen it. You heard the song. And people were dogging Stray Kids. People were like, first of all, people were going online saying that Stray Kids didn't chart in South Korea. They did. I don't know why people were posting that. Maybe they didn't give a chance for the numbers to catch up. Maybe they just straight up ass lying. I don't know which one, okay? But these people online talking about Stray Kids, nobody know who they are. I'm like, nobody know who they are. I'm like, okay, I understand Stray Kids is not as popular in South Korea as they are internationally. But then I was like, you ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, Craig. Like, you ain't gotta lie though. Like people are straight up lying. They're like, Stray Kids hasn't charted, and I said, let me go look for myself because I don't believe what K-pop people say on. So I went and looked up, and I'm like, yeah, they did chart. Like, what are y'all talking about? They were trending. They were chart. I was like, what else? Like, y'all are just at this point just straight up making up shit. I got back even me. I got on Instagram and I'm like, you're a liar. Like, wait a minute. They did chart. What are you talking about? Like people were just straight up ass lying. Like straight up lying. Like somebody made a post on Twitter about Stray Kids not charting, and then people just went with it. I was like, ain't nobody, y'all can easily look at the chart. Like it you can just Google the chart and you can see Stray Kids South Korean charts, and it'll pull up all of the info. People are just straight up lying. Like it just straight up. I was like, oh my, we lying now? Like this what we doing? We lying. We straight up lying now. Okay. Like we're fucking liars. So we're lying now. Oh, okay. Let's just make up shit. Like, Stray Kids. And then they were like, well, Stray Kids is not that popular. I'm like, they had the highest grossing tour last year. I'm like, okay, if you don't like Stray Kids, that's fine. I'm not a fan of their music. I'm not into Stray Kids. But I'm not going to sit up here and lie on them. Like, I'm not going to be like, Stray Kids didn't chart and nobody likes them. Wait, what? I'm like, wait, people do. I went to their tour last year. I went to their concert. They had the highest grossing tour last year. I'm like, what do you mean people don't like them? They won all kinds of awards in Korea and in America. What are you talking about? You don't have to lie on people to get your point across. You can say Stray Kid, that music sucks. I don't like them. BTS is better. BTS has sold more. I'm like, that is all factually accurate. But to get up there and literally like make up facts and figures, that's why I'm like, okay, y'all, it's a bridge too far for me. I've gone too far. You don't have to make up things to just be like, I don't like this group. It's okay if you don't like the group. That's fine. Your granddaughter's the state. That's all she's been talking about. Yeah, like people don't have to make things up. Like, why would you get online and be like, they haven't charted it? I'm like, this is public information. It's not hidden. So I can see that. Like, I see that you're a liar because I'm like, no, that's not true. Why are y'all putting this narrative out here? And then all people are doing is just reposting and copy and pasting this narrative. And it's not true. And it's not true. I was like, that's not true. Like, you're putting lies out there. Like, you're a liar, okay? I'm like, that's not true. And then people are just not looking it up for themselves. I'm like, just go look it up. And then you will see that the person, either they looked at the wrong chart or before the numbers came in or whatever. But yeah, Stray Kids did chart in Korean and in American. They got a lot of streams. I didn't know Stray Kids came out because I haven't seen a lot of promotions for it, but that's just me. I'm not on social media, I didn't you know. So I don't know. It was just weird. Epic High Leader was practically destroyed. Yes, over a social with that Tableau scandal. Yes, I did a video about that last year. I had never heard of it until a video popped up, and I was like, "What?" And then I went and researched, and then did a video about the Tableau thing, about them saying that he didn't graduate with the degrees. He has 2 degrees, and he went to San Francisco and he pulled records and he interviewed the not San Francisco, whatever city college in California, and he pulled up records and they interviewed people that worked there and pulled his school records and all of these things. And people still didn't believe it. People were harassing the people at the college. They were emailing the people at the college and calling the college and harassing them, saying that they were liars. And the college like issued a statement saying, look, we don't know what's going on here, but yeah, he went to this college. Like, what are y'all talking about? The the records people are like, why would we lie for what? Like, why would they? Like, people still didn't believe it. People still kept on and kept on and kept on, even after having evidence in front of them that he has 2 degrees. Like that. That was one of the wildest stories I had ever heard. Oh, Stanford, yes. Yeah, they just kept on. They were harassing people at Stanford. They were calling up to the college and emailing the people the professors and the dean of students. They were emailing them, harassing them. I was like, what in the world? Even after he provided transcripts and records and went through all that, which he shouldn't have had to do all that, they were still like, nope, you're lying. What? like the people on the school on in it? I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, that the Tableau scandal was something I had never heard of. And when I learned about it, it blew my mind. Like I did a video. It was one of my more popular videos. It blew my mind because I was like, this is like the level of insanity was so crazy. Like I just, yeah, yeah, it's like it's public record. I was just like, how is he gonna fake? And then the people were on camera, like, hi, like in the records department, the dean of students met and was like, yeah, the records are right here. Like, what do y'all? Like, they didn't understand. Even at Stanford, they didn't even understand what was going on. They was like, why don't people believe? He did. He stopped performing. Yes. And he was, yeah, they bullied his wife, his parents. Like, they bullied people he went to college with. It had nothing to do with nothing. These people are like living their lives and they have careers, and they just happened to be friends with Tableau when he was in college. They were emailing people, and people were calling Tableau like, I just got an email from a bunch of people. Like, what is this? So they were harassing his family, his friends. I was like, what? Like, I was like, this is nuts. It was nuts. It was nuts. Well, it did it to the point where he had to take these people to court, and these people went to jail. The ringleader was some like 30-something-year-old guy. It was some guy that started the website and all of that. They had a whole website about Tableau. And so there was a dude that started it was a guy, turned out with some 30-something-year-old guy that started the website. And it had started the website, built the website, created all these chat groups and stuff like that. Why? I never got any straight answer as to why this person just pursued it so heavily. But they ended up going to jail because of it. Because I'm like, and this went on, I think, altogether for like 3 years of his life. You know, like, I don't even understand why that guy did that. You know, yeah, people are just crazy. I'm just like, leave this man, wife, and kid alone. You know, are we talking about the scandals that have happened in the backlash, all the backlash and the things that I've read about this week, the different backlash. But we were talking about Tableau and how the Tableau Stanford education scandal thing back in the day was like crazy. That was nuts. But I'm trying to think what else happened today. I mean, not today, but this week. I was talking about Evan. I was talking about Jimin being drugged for his looks for some weird, odd reason that came out of nowhere. Mano from Cat's Eye, she had her birthday this week, and then that had got the chatter going again. And then also, Cat's Eye had did an interview. I forgot what magazine it was, Marie Claire or something. But they had did an interview, and then I think the person interviewing was asking about Mano, and they were like, "Yeah, we still she's still one of us." Blah 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 blah. So that got backlash. So to Cat's Eye again, and I got a video coming out about the Mano situation in Cat's Eye and like the updates and stuff because I haven't really been talking about it, but there's been not too much, but oh, he said the kid's about to start school. The Queen of Tears actor. What is the Queen of Tears? Is that a movie or a TV show? I don't know. I don't watch K dramas, so I'm not a K drama person. I find K dramas boring unless they're about like demons or like scary ones. Like All of Us Are Dead, and I like the period ones. Like I like Train to Busan. I like the zombie one, like The Kingdom. Man, The Kingdom was my. I watched The Kingdom. I think I watched that. I watched that for like I don't even know how long. The Kingdom. I watch every single iteration. The spinoff. Oh God, I love The Kingdom. And I watch Sweet Home. I like all the horror ones. I like the horror ones. What going down about what? What? Wait a minute. I've read that wrong. TV show you posted it about the guy was going down about okay about the actress. Sexy vampire. Where's is the oh yeah we're gonna get into the I didn't know that was Tay's friends. Choi Woo-shik or Sheik, whatever that guy's name is. Again, I'm not familiar with Korean actors. Only I don't. There's only a few, and the ones that I do know are actresses, and that's because they've been in some of the stuff that I really like. But yeah, it's been a lot today. Like I have some really strong pointed opinions that's gonna differ from a lot of people because when I watched the whole video about that. So yeah, so anyway, let me wrap this up. So yes, this week has been trying and taxing because there's been a lot of backlash and a lot of hate, and some of it is nonsensical. There's just one thing after another all this entire week, and a lot of backlash. And like I said, some of it just didn't make a lot of sense that people, it's just like one thing after another. So between the shit with Lisa, Jimin, Evan, and Eric, I was at it. So let's talk about the Choi Woo-shik or Choi Woo-shik. Like they spell it differently online. I don't mean to butcher the guy's name. He's an actor. I don't know. I think he's been in Parasite, like the movie. I've never seen the movie Parasite, the Academy Award winning Parasite, by the way. But he's been in other stuff, and he's from Canada. I think he's from Canada or America. He's Canadian, Korean, or whatever, something like that. Well, he went to a fashion week event. I don't know which one. And so there's always like a barricade, and the fans stand behind the barricade. And then some of the actors or talent or whoever will go over to the barricade where the fans are at. The fans hold up signs, they hold up things, posters, and they go and sign it. So this chick was there, okay. This is in Paris, yes, Paris Fashion Week. So this chick was there, and what hit me hard and stopped me in my tracks because she did a video about her experience. What stopped me was when she said, "Oh, well, I go to a bunch of events," and I stopped and I said, "Oh, should be interesting." The chick who posted a video saying that the dude didn't sign her poster, and she was saying that because she was the only black person there with a group of fans, and he didn't sign her poster. He seemed distracted. Like I watched the whole 8-minute video, and he seemed distracted. He seemed like he was gonna go sign her poster, but then he had to go. They like whisked him off. That's kind of what I saw. So she wasn't trying to imply, but she posted the video. She talked about it beforehand. But what caught my attention is what she does for a living. And that made me back the hell up. She is, in my mind, an astroturfer. So she talking about, oh, I went to this event and that event. And I'm like, hmm? So she is one of these people. It's called astroturfing. That seems like she is a paid person to be at these events. Now, she claims that she is a fan of this actor. She claims that. I don't have anything to back up whether she's a fan or not. I didn't look through her social media like I normally do. I didn't have time. But something doesn't sit right about this situation. So she's like, "Oh, I've been to events and I've gotten autographs and stuff before." And like, so either she works for a crowd service company or she works for a press junket. And that puts her in a different category that I find wholly distasteful. I don't like people who run fan pages. Y'all know I don't like that. And the way that she was behaving in the video, I'm like, I watched the video 8 times. And the way she was behaving in the video was cringe to me. It was like, she was like, "Please, please, please." I'm like, I said, like, it just gave, like, something about this situation is not right. And I don't know what it is. But what she does, and I looked around because she put it out there, what she does is astroturfing. And these people, I don't like these people. This reminds me of these macro influencers, like the one with Jenny, the one that got on about Jenny, because Jenny was at some event. Was it Lollapalooza? No, not Lollapalooza. What is the other one? Coachella. I forgot what event it was. So Jenny was in a tent, and there's some dude that I don't know his name. He supposedly allegedly knows Cat's Eye members. Jenny was they were supposed to do something funny. He was supposed to film it, right? And Jenny didn't do it for whatever reason. This dude went on social media and blasted Jenny because of it, because he is a quote unquote influencer or whatever. This is the same person that I believe that got involved with Cat's Eye and Mano and said a bunch of stuff about Cat's Eye and Mano that apparently is not right. And I don't know, y'all probably know this guy's name. Do you think he recognized her? Yes, I do. I think he saw her and probably was like, she's been to a bunch of events before. And I think he recognized her. I really do. I really think, because I watched the video and I'm like, does he know her? Because, and then he may have thought erroneously that she was a sasang. I don't know what you call acting idol sasangs. I don't know what I don't know. I guess sasang is just a super fan. So he may have thought that she was a sasang. He may have thought that she was paid. He may have been like, "Okay, I recognize you, like you're here again." So he may have been like a little apprehensive about the situation, but something about this doesn't sit right. But yeah, there's an influencer. Y'all know his name. It's a guy. It's a white guy with dark hair. And he got mad at Jenny and drugged Jenny for filth because he's a macro influencer. I don't trust these people. I don't, these people are there to get autographs, to get film so they can put it on their social media. I don't fuck with these people. These people are scum lowlifes to me. These people, I don't like influencers of no kind. I don't like these people. So for me, that was a turnoff for me. I don't like influencers. I don't like people who go up to celebrities and do things and get clicks and views and put it on their social media, because that's what they do. That's how they get paid. That's how they make their money. And they do this for press junkets. They do this for PR companies. So to me, she seemed like a PR person. And to me, it seems like there was some ego there. Like, well, normally I get autographs. Okay, sis, but okay. and especially, I don't care what anybody say, I'm a Gen Xer. I don't like people getting on social media and airing grievances unless it's something really, really serious. I don't like people when people do shit like this, because I'm like, so my point is, what is your point of doing this? What was this going to solve? Nothing. Fucking, oh, these dumbass young people I can't stand. Why y'all get on social media and like, this happened to me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so what is this supposed to do? I'm watching the video going, okay, so this is going to do what? He's still going to be an act. What is this going to do? What is the point? I'm like, what is the point of this post? That's I thought all the time. What is the point of this post? Are you trying to get clicks and views? I don't trust these people. I don't trust these people. Exactly. You can't expect them to shake every hand and do anything. It seemed, again, in my opinion, y'all may think it's wrong, she was butthurt because she normally goes to these events and gets photo ops and pictures. And it seemed to me like it was an ego thing to me. It was like, well, she signed everybody else's. And I want to hear from, she said people were around her. I want to hear from them people. The people that were standing around her, I want to hear their version of events. I want to hear what they had to say. Because again, I don't trust people like this. I just don't. It's astroturfing. I was like, you're an astroturfer. You are paid to be in a crowd, which is nothing wrong with that. But as somebody who does this for a living, I would think that she wouldn't post this on social media because it's not a good look. Not unless there's some other ulterior motive that I don't know about. Because I'm like, why would she post this? If she is paid to be in the crowd to be at events, why would she even post this? So I don't like this would to me would be a bad look to her employer. Because that's kind of like a no-no in PR. I don't care if the person didn't like. Why would you do this? Because like I said, there's something wrong here. And I'm like, well, why would she do this and post this? And this is what she do for a living. Most people who I know who do this for a living do not post anything, any kind of they'll post the positive interactions and they don't post any negative interactions they have with a celebrity. So for her to post a negative interaction with a celebrity, I sat there and I was like, no. I was like, this don't really seem right. I'm like, dude, why would you post this? And this is what you do for somebody was telling her to post it. I don't know. I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but I just tell y'all, I don't trust nobody on social media when it comes to K-pop people. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust these people, these macro influencers, just I don't trust none of these people. These people they have their ulterior motives for doing things. The girl who took the mic from her friend so she could be the main character. Exactly. She gave off very main character vibes. That's the way she was narrating, where she was talking. First of all, I thought it was scripted. I'm just going to be honest. The way she was talking, I was sitting here. I'm like, did ChatGPT write this? I'm like going, this kind of sounds scripted to me. I'm like, girl, did you write this? Like, what? It sounded very dramatic and scripted. Like, you go back and watch the video. I'm like, it sounds a little scripted to me. I'm like, why would you come out and say that this is what you do for? I was like, I'm confused. I'm glad I'm not the only person that found it suspicious. I'm glad I'm not the only one because I watched the video. Oh, I watched the whole thing. And I'm like, the way she was talking and acting, it reeked of Sasang to me. Like the way she was talking, I'm a real super fan. How do we know she is? I was like, but people are like, oh, she's a fan. How do we? Y'all just take these people word for it? Is she a fan? Where's the evidence that she a fan? I don't take nobody word for shit on social media. I'm like, oh, you a fan? Where? Where you a fan at? We just take her word for it. Is she a fan? But I'm like, she's not really a fan because she was hired to be at Paris Fashion Week to stand behind the barricade. So how are you going to be? So you just happen to be at this event with an idol that, I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I'm just like, I'm not going to take this person's word for it, especially if they get paid to be in the crowd. I don't trust her. I'm just like, I wouldn't be surprised if people do a little bit more digging and they found out that this person has been to lots and lots of other events, like screaming and harassing idols. I wouldn't be surprised because she kind of gave off that vibe to me. And I'm just like, this vibe, I was like, the whole vibe, the way she was talking was just off. It sounded scripted. So I don't know what, I don't know what to say about this situation, but something is just, I did watch the video. I did. There's another video that somebody posted where he was interacting with other fans and fans of color. Like what she's trying to say is that he skipped her because she was black. But there are other videos of him interacting with black fans, him signing things for other fans of different races. And he didn't seem like he had any issues or any problems or anything that way. So all I can go by is what I don't know this man personally. Nobody does. All I can go by is the videos that people presented to counteract that. And then for some reason, when people were saying, no, I have pictures and here's videos of him, people were shooting that down. And I'm just like, okay, so what is happening? I'm like, but there's evidence that he didn't have no, honey, it may just be you, okay? Like sometimes you have to be like, well, maybe it's just me. I'm like, it could just be her. Like it instead of a color thing, because if people, I watch those other videos, people like, no, see, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know. Maybe he was in a hurry. Maybe he wasn't feeling well. It could be all these things. But to me, it was the entitlement to me. You should have, bitch, you should have been glad the celebrities came over there and say hi to you. Again, I live in America and I've been at events behind the barricades, right? Not paid, but just and the actors will wave at you and keep walking. So that's why I'm like, I'm surprised he came over and signed autographs and things that he's done. And I'm surprised. Like that shocked me. I was like, they signing autographs? The fuck? I was like, he must not be a big actor. Cause I'm like, normally stars just wave, they don't usually come over and sign things. Like I was amazed that he did that. And I was like, oh, okay, so maybe he's the kind of actor that, but again, these people are set to be there. A lot of times the PR agencies have, that's why I posted what I posted. I was like, y'all don't understand. These people are paid to be there by the agencies that the actor works for and other people to be there as quote unquote fans. So I don't trust the quote unquote, I'm a fan, because you're actually somebody that is there to it's a PR thing. It's a PR stunt. So I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm like, what is this? You know? Yeah, back in the day, the only time, right? I'm with you, Shelly. The only time the band member interacted with any fan is because they was trying to go to bed with him. That's all I know. I was like, so I'm just like, that's the only interaction I knew. People was like, you backstage because they was hot. That was it. I didn't know no people coming up to people and signing an autograph. I was like, that's new. Yeah, I agree that she was grumbling about nonsense, and then for her to post it, I was like, I'm sorry. Unless it's something really, really serious, I'm old school. I'm Gen X. I don't be out there posting my why would I even post that? If I went to a BTS thing and one member of BTS didn't really make eye contact, y'all would never see me being like, V didn't make eye contact with me. Who the fuck am I? Like, okay, well, I would have been like, well, okay. I would have been like, okay, cool, V, see you. Like, I would never do that because I just assume like they may not be feeling good. They may not be in the right headspace at times. Something may have happened in their personal lives that we don't see or we don't know about. They may have been mentally distracted. I don't know what's going on with this person. And again, I don't feel entitled to celebrities. I don't feel like I'm entitled for you to sign my shit because some PR company paid me to be here. It sounded like she didn't get the shot or the autograph that she was obligated to get. And it sounded like she was a little butthurt. That's another thing that brought up in my mind. Somebody was like, well, it sounded like she was sent there to get an autograph and get an interaction because, again, that's what these people get paid for. And she did not get the shot or the interaction that she needed to post on social media or to do whatever with the video or whatever it is she does. And it sounded like she was upset because she didn't get the video and the interaction that she was expecting that she was going to get. And I said, yeah, it kind of sounded like that. And so, again, I didn't understand the point of her posting this. I'm like, are we trying to shade the guy? Are we trying, and then trying to make him out to be some racist? And I'm like, before I start calling people racist, I'm gonna need a little bit more evidence than you being ignored, ma'am. These young people today, oh my God, like I'm so exasperated with the no offense to y'all that may be in y'all 20s, but y'all, the level of entitlement from the people in the 20s, it's just, I just be sitting here like, the level of entitlement. Just, well, I was there and I just couldn't believe he didn't say hi to me. Girl, I'm sitting there going, you sound like a sasaeng. I'm like, girl, if you don't get your entitled ass on somewhere, it's like, it sounds like a little entitled, give an entitled tea to me. So I was like, well, you better be glad he even came over. And she's like, please, please, please. I was done then. I was like, is she just begging this dude? Girl, if you want to throw your dignity out the window for some Korean actor, have at it, girl. But to me, I'm just going, I'm watching the video going, is she begging this dude? Okay. Please, 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 please. Fuck out of here. Internet is their diary. Crystal diamonds. I know, girl. I'll be wanting to tell these young people all the time, y'all need to get over yourselves. I don't watch any of these slice of life videos. I don't watch unless somebody's in another country and telling me about like their experience living in Vietnam. Like I watch things about people living in like the slums of Vietnam or people living in a small tiny apartment in Korea just to see how other people live. So I get a better appreciate the life that I have. So I watch things like that. But the fact that I would get on the internet and watch videos about like somebody walking around with their fucking cat or somebody talking about their fucking relationship for 20 minutes, I just kill me. Just I don't care. Just kill me. I just be watching these young people and I'm like, and I told Jennifer, I see, are we just getting old? She's like, I think we're just getting old. Cause I'm just like, I don't care. Like what they do, they treat it like Dear Diary. I'm just like, oh my God. I went to the grocery store today and there was somebody in line and they made me angry. I'm like, shut the fuck up. God, I'm like, oh, I experienced this. I've had a whole life of experiences where people have been rude to me, where people have not been nice to me for various reasons. Will you ever see me get, oh my God, y'all, I was at the grocery store and the person in front of me was like rude. I'm like, Gen Z, if you don't get your asses on with this shit, I'm like, nobody cares. Why do people, I'm like, oh my God, Jennifer, I was at the store, gang. Look, subscribers, I was at a K-pop store and the lady did not hand me my change. Let me make a 30-minute video about it. Kill me. I hate this timeline. I never thought our society would get here, but yet we're here. So now everything has to be on. I went to a restaurant, the food wasn't good. I experienced that like literally every other day. Literally every other day. I go someplace, food ain't good. I'm not gonna be like, let me turn my camera and tell you about how the food at McDonald's wasn't good. Not unless there's like a rat or a roach or something. Then I'm like, yeah, okay, I need to put the. I went to McDonald's and my fries was cold. Okay, Keisha, really? I mean, I swear to God, y'all can come through the camera and just choke, just shut up. Like, just come through the camera and choke me. Like, if I want to make a video about my fries was cold at Mickey D's, please just be like, oh, she done lost her mind. Y'all like, she crazy. She crazy. Y'all didn't know I've had a nervous breakdown. I'm like, why does this? I don't watch videos and things like this. I'm just like, if that experience would have happened to me, I would have been like, okay, and just moved on. Like, all right, I'm not a fan. She can decide accordingly. But again, I want to know what is the motivation of her posting that video? Because ain't nothing gonna change. To me, I'm a person, I'm gonna do something because it's gonna do something. Is it catharsis? Does it make them feel better? I don't understand this generation. I don't understand. Like Jennifer, y'all be like, come get her. She ain't lost her mind. People are still on Facebook. I'm not on. I have a Facebook account, but it's because I keep up with my relatives. But I don't ever post on there. Like y'all need to go. Like I just be like, I don't understand this generation. I just don't. Like, let's just air every grievance, and I like thinking, like, what is the motivation of this? You're going to paint this man as a racist. You don't know. If I was this guy's PR, I would have responded too. I would have came out and responded. I would have been like, look, this is the situation. I was in a hurry. I was going to sign her shit, but I had to go. Like, I would have said something instead of just letting it just be out there in the ether. Because obviously, to me, she is wanting attention for something. And to me, I think a part of it is also she wanted clicks and views. She wanted him to reply. She wanted attention. Then that's what people do now. People do shit because they gotta have attention. I gotta agree. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just like, so again, for her to go on social media and post it, I don't believe these people. Something is not right here. And I don't know where to pinpoint. I'd have to hear from the people that were around her. I don't know with these young people today. I don't understand it. Like y'all speaking a language I don't understand. Oh, yours been active for over 5 years? Oh, she wants clout. I do feel like it's that. I do. I do feel like a lot of this is attention seeking and clout. And for somebody to work for a company that she works for is the PR. I don't trust PR people. I'm sorry, y'all. PR people are some of the most clout chasing ass people. Taking these signs to BTS concert. I like the sex signs. I support that Ivy though. Because I'm used to rock concerts where people would throw underwear and bras on stage. So that doesn't, yeah, they need to take a test, you know. Yeah, now people are gonna think he's racist without any like real and then like I said, there's videos out there of him interacting with fans of color and there was no issues. So I would think in my brain, before I go post this video, if she was such a super fan, this is another thing. If she was such a fucking super fan, wouldn't she know that he had been at other events signing things if she allegedly claimed to be a fan? So you mean to tell me that she hadn't seen him at other events, not him personally, but that she hadn't seen videos and pictures of him at other events? That's the thing. Other question I had. I was like, if you're so much a fan, would you not know that these things are out there? Or maybe she did, and then the people are posting videos in her comment section saying, look at this video, look at this, he's interacting. And then once you read that shit, you don't walk back your statement? I would go and look at the videos and I would come on and be like, wait a minute. I didn't see some videos of him interacting with fans of color. Perhaps I got it wrong. But no, because on the internet, nobody fucking admits they're wrong. They just dig in. Nobody ever comes back and be like, wait a minute. I done got some more evidence and I think I may have posted in haste. Like I've seen other pictures of this guy interacting with fans of color. And so maybe it was just me and maybe I got it wrong. I apologize. But fucking of course. Nobody wants to do that. Because then you have to admit you're wrong. I would have looked first before I would have posted that. I would have looked around the internet, or maybe been at different events. It's on the internet. There's plenty of events and pictures of things that he's interacted with other fans. I would think that she would look that first before imply innuendo. Or then if she didn't do that, once people are telling her, look at this, I would have been woman enough to be like, oh, well, I didn't see these pictures. I didn't know that okay. But again, she claims to be a real huge fan. So I would think she would know that. Right. Yeah, I don't think she was a true fan either. I think she was paid to be there and made a sign. That she may have watched his movies, knew who the dude was. But again, if she was a super fan, she should have already known that. Like she claimed that she was. So you don't know about any other interactions and things that It weird. Yeah, nobody wants to admit that they're wrong. Nobody wants to be like, the actor is Choi Woo-shik. Yeah, that's his name. And nobody wants to admit that they're wrong. Like nobody wants to come back and be like, perhaps I posted this in haste. Like I don't understand why. Like once people are like, hey, like you're kind of dragging this dude and there's no really evidence that he's done this before. So maybe it was just the timing, the moment. No, of course not. Of course. I like people when they admit that they're wrong. I can come on here and be like, okay, y'all, I was wrong. You know, I like, oh, I shouldn't have posted that. Like I jumped the gun. If you've seen him anything, he was in a movie called Parasite, which won the Academy Award. But that was like, Parasite came out like, what, like 7 years ago? Who is my bias? Sugar. Y'all don't be snitching on me. Sugar, Min Yoongi of BTS is my bias. Uh-huh. That's what we're going with. It is a lot of, I don't have that level of pride. Are you sure it's sugar? Yes, I'm sure. It might be Nam June. It just depends on what mood I'm in, how much I had to drink. Yes, Min Yoongi is my bias, but I do dream about RM frequently. So, but you know what happens to everybody? Everybody has a bias, and then they end up dreaming about somebody else. Y'all know what I mean? Y'all know it all. Don't act like it's something odd or unusual. Y'all know what happens to everybody from time to time. That's why I said, why would I even get mad that I got? Like I said, the fact that people dogpiled on this actor got me so like just confused and befuddled. Because again, that's a serious accusation to level at somebody when you don't have when you have not gotten the pieces of information. And once people are presenting you with pieces of information, the humane thing to do is to be humble enough and mature enough to be like, I got some more information, to go look up these things yourself. And you're like, wait a minute, I got some more information. I was wrong. That would be the humane in the thing to do. Instead of like throwing somebody under the bus and then not reading your comment section and let your comment section run fucking amok. By the way, fuck these people on social media. Oh my God. And then let people in your comment section run amok. Don't respond to these people in your comment section. Let people in the comment section get mad and start making up things and splicing other videos. There's a video where he sat next to Haley Berry and somebody literally went on TikTok, took an auto cut video and was like, see, he's uncomfortable sitting next to Haley Bailey. If you go back and watch the original video, and I went back because, you know, I don't be trusting people on social media. They try to make like, oh, he just doesn't like black women and did it. And the people saying the shit ain't even black. I'm looking at people's profile. I'm like, are you black? Let me see. Oh no, you don't even live in the United States. Fuck off. That's what I talk about in my new video. Mm-hmm. These people writing these things. Oh, he's uncomfortable around black women. He don't like black women. Let me see. Are you black? No, you're not. Oh, you don't even live in this country. How would you know somebody uncomfortable around? Well, he don't like black women. Baby girl, you're not even black. What are you talking about? I was about to go in on the comment section on her video. I was like, are you black? No, you're not. What do you mean talking about, well, us black women? Us black women who? Who's you? People are weaponizing this now. And instead of this woman getting in her comment section and being like, all right, y'all, cut it off. Cut it out. People talking shit ain't even black. Because I go look. Again, I go look. And I get unnerved by that all the time. People posting videos, oh, he was uncomfortable on Haley. What? You have to watch the full video that came from the fashion. He got up there and afterwards he was talking to her and laughing with her. And people were coming back saying, that's an edited video. That's not right. Like I went for myself. I said, forget all this. Let me just go watch the video. And I watched the whole video, him sitting next to Haley Bailey. And he was shoved between two people. So he was kind of like rocking back and forth because he was like, it was uncomfortable. But afterwards, he got up and he talked to her and smiled with her. And they talked a little bit. And that was it. And so people were trying to make like he was uncomfortable sitting next to her. And it's an edited video. And it's a lie, y'all. It's an edited video. It's a TikTok edited video. So I said, now y'all just negate everything that this young lady, the original poster, was saying by fabricating videos and spinning narratives that don't make any sense. So again, even if she was slighted because she was black, the people in the comment section were making it worse by just editing videos and saying and making up shit. So therefore, it negates the seriousness, the potential seriousness of the situation. So that's how K-pop fans and these people mess things up for everybody who have real grievances. Because you get people in the comment section that are now weaponizing it because for some reason they don't like this actor. So now let's splice through videos and let's make up stuff. Y'all are literally making up shit. Oh, I heard this and this. What? I heard it. Who are you? And then you go again, look at their profiles. And then I scroll through and I'm like, you're not black. What are you talking about? You're like Argentinian. Like one lady was sitting there, you know, like, okay, are you black Argentinian? Africans in Argentina. There's not that many black folks. So why are you even commenting? Why are you calling this man a racist against black people when you don't even... Who are you? You live in Argentina. And I I'll be ready to cuss people out real quick. Baby, I was ready to snatch people up real quick. You don't live in America. You're not black. Who are you? Because they want to dogpile now on this guy for some, I don't know if this guy pissed in someone's cornflakes or took a roll from somebody. I don't know what it is. The same thing about the Mark Lee thing. And I went to task with everybody about it. Because I'm like, you got people in comment sections. What are you talking about? Racist? What? Bitch, you live in Russia. Like, what is happening? Okay. I'm like, Russia. Who are you? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, sorry, no offense, but you're Russian. So you're from Bangladesh. You're Indian. You live in China. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, the Confederate. So what do you know about the Confederate flag? Crickets. Nothing. They are just echoing and repeating because they wanted to dogpile on Mark Lee. So this is not genuine. It's performative. It's weaponized. And I talk about this in my next video. This drives me. As somebody who's a former activist, as somebody who was on a no-fly list, I was on a no-fly list for years. This drives me. I've went off on this before, that people weaponize real social issues, real serious shit. And it gets weaponized and get twisted and it get turned. And then you have people dogpiling that have nothing to do with any of the whatever group. If somebody get online and says something homophobic, I'm staying out of it. I'm not gay. I'm just gonna read and be like, yeah, that's a damn shame. Like, yeah, I'm here to run interference. But I would not be like, yeah, that person's a homophobe. He doesn't like our community. Our community, Kiki, ain't you the one that fell on some penis? You know, I'd be like, hey, weren't you the same one that fell on the penis? Like, oh, twice. Ain't you got some kids and weren't you married? Oh, hey. You know, I'm not going to be online and pretend to be LGBTQIA because I don't like a group or I don't like an artist. And knowing that I'm not gay. And I may have fell on some peen a time or two. I'm not gay. I'm like, I'm not gay. I can't speak for the LGBTQIA community. I'm not gay. I will do a introspective video, but I'm not in that community. I just, I'm not in that community. I'm an ally. That's about it. But I can't be like, oh, well, I'm like, yeah, that is offensive. But I look to gay people and be like, gays, are y'all offended? What y'all think? Why is that offensive to y'all? And I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask the girls. I'm going to ask the guys and ask the girls. What y'all think? Why is this offensive? And I'm going to sit back and listen and learn and be like, oh, okay, well, I get it now. But the idea that people weaponize these things when there are serious issues that should not be weaponized, that's what just drives me fucking nuts. I'm just like, y'all don't really care. They didn't care whether the actor was being racist or not. They just wanted to say something, most of them. Namjoon was called, yes. Right, yes. I read about that because Namjoon moved his chair away from the model. Right, exactly, without kicking her. Yes, that's what I read. When I saw it, I thought he was just being polite. And I thought that was it. And again, nothing in K-pop to me is something I can take seriously unless I see it with my own two eyes, unless I hear it or I see it and I have to see it a few times because people have a habit of weaponizing racism, misogyny, anything against idols because they don't really care about the issue. All they care is, this is just another arsenal for me to tear this person down. So I get really mad because I'm like, these are serious, real serious issues. These are real serious things. And to me, if you're going to have real serious conversations, then you need to go in there with some kind of baseline of knowledge set. And K-pop fans don't have that knowledge set for the most part. So I tell people, I'm like, fucking with me, you out your depth. You are out. Politics is my game. History is my jam. I tell people you are out of your depth. And when you want to talk about politics and religion and history, I'm like, I know that more than any K-pop of anything. And so people just talk these superlatives and they have no basis in fact for the shit that they're even saying. People are like, well, Mark Lee should have known better. And I ask people, well, do you know what they teach in Canada about Black people and slavery? You've seen this on a TikTok video. You've seen K-pop fans talk about, well, Idol should know better. But I'm like, do y'all know what they're teaching? People don't know. It's easy Google search. I said, you K-pop fans, y'all look up anything and everything else. Hair color, styles, information about the agency, the idol, producers, but y'all don't be looking up the shit that really matter. Y'all just read something that somebody write in the comment section and just boom, we're just going with it. I'm like, same thing with, like I said, with the Stray Kids thing about the chart numbers. People started to repost it. Oh, they're not charting. Ha ha. Did you even look it up? No, you didn't? Okay, that's why we're here. That's why I get annoyed, particular this week, because to me, knowledge is power. You arm yourself with information, and we live in an information age. There's AI. There's if you don't want to use AI, there's Google. If you don't want to use Google, go and do, like, reputable sources, educated sources. It's not like information is hidden. The information is there. You just have to want to be genuine about it and seek out things. I came into K-pop not knowing anything about K-pop. So I had to learn. I'm like, if I'm going to get up here and talk about K-pop, I want to know the origins of K-pop. Who invented the K-pop? Who invented the training system? How did this come about? If I'm going to get up here and talk about K-pop, I want at least a little bit. I want to know a little bit about what is going on. So I just don't want to fly into something blind and like something and be like, well, like BTS, I'm always still learning about the history. You guys are I'm always getting recommended videos. It's always a learning process. I go back and watch old videos, and I'm watching old videos last night, because I want to know. I'm like, I wasn't around in 2015, 2016. So I always want to know. I'm like, so what happened with BTS then? Y'all be like, oh, did you hear about this? I'm like, okay, well, let me go look it up. Oh, did you hear about this? No, I didn't know. Because I've only been into K-pop for 4 years, and the only BTS 2 years. So I was like, I don't know everything, but I'm going to try. But before I jump the gun, I'm be like, wait a minute. Okay, I need to go look at some shit first. I'll get back to y'all. Like, I'll go look and come back. Because I don't want the same thing about the Kim Soo-young thing. I did my video about him and his situation, and how everybody jumped the gun, dogpiled him, and called him everything but a child of God. And I told y'all something wasn't right. I said, something's not really right here. Like, the evidence don't really, no. He's a PDF file. He's into little girls. Wait a minute. Based on what evidence? No, because in the K-pop world, who needs evidence? Who I'm like, wait a minute. Before I form an opinion, I need to know what's going on with this Kim Soo-young thing. No, he's a pedophile. He's a freak. He was with little girls, and okay, he dated her. She was 15, 16. Okay. But what evidence do we have? Don't worry about it. The parents said he was doing okay, but the voice, like, these pictures I add. No, they're real pictures. Oh my God. I'm just like, here we go. So before I dogpile on somebody, I'm like, well, I need to know, like, what is happening before I condemn somebody, especially calling somebody that they up here Epsteining people. I'm like, that's a serious accusation about this dude, that he was with her. I was like, well, he said he wasn't, so I don't really know. No, he lied. Okay. All right. Okay. The whole internet horde was all over Kim Soo-young. Now, over a year later, people figure out all this shit was made up. They lied. They made up AI voices and videos, and they doctored and Photoshop shit, and they made up saying that he attacked somebody. All that was made up. So now people are like trying to move on. I'm like, no, like, they should apologize to this man for making his life a living hell for over a year. And now everybody's just like, well, not nobody, all these content creators who made video after video about Kim Soo-young, where are they making videos about what happened? I'm like, where are y'all now? That's why I can't take these content creators seriously. Because I'm like, all these videos that came out last year, all these content creators were making video after video after video about this shit for months. And then now, since he's going to be vindicated, now these people they not making video. They on hush mode now. You don't see no videos about what happened with the court case. I was like, why isn't anybody talking about what's happening with the court case and the AI and the photo? No, I'm the only person I know that was talking about it. Nobody talks about it now. Like, yeah, where are they at now? No apology. Where are the videos talking about what happened? I don't see no. I went around the internet and looked, no videos. Just me. I'm the only one. Like, wait a minute. Here's the update. Wait a minute. I'm the only one making shorts and talking about, besides in the Korean media, but all these Western content creators, that's all they talked about for months. That's how I heard about it. And now they silent. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna do no follow up or whatever. Okay, all right. Yeah, the same thing with the Yoongi situation with the fake scooter video. All these content creators show clips of the video. They put it on TikTok. They put it on Shorts. It was all over Instagram, and then the video came out to be not. And then most of them didn't say anything. They just dropped. They just stopped talking about it and moved on. So I would message content creators because I was really adamant back then. And I would message them on Instagram and I would be like, okay, that video is fake. Are you going to take it down? Are you going to retract it? Are you going to tell everybody that that video is fake? I would DM them and be like, that video is fake. So you can take it down. That's not a real video. That's not Yoongi on the scooter. Are you going to take that down? Why are you not taking it down? Why are you not retracting your story? That still burns me up. I'm like, why are y'all not correcting the record saying, well, that's not the right video? They didn't. Some of them took the video down and then didn't say nothing. I was like, sure. Yeah, JTBC went bankrupt this week, y'all. Couldn't happen to a nicer media place. It just couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of people. I was like, yeah, EMFers. I was like, oh, yes. I was like, weren't they the ones that broke in the hive? Wasn't JTBC the people that broke in the hive? I'm just like, yeah, they're filing for bankruptcy. Yeah, JTBC is out of here. Yeah, all the articles that I mean, the Yoongi thing was so egregious. I was like, no wonder Yoongi should never talk to these people ever again. I no wonder he walked through the airport and he'd just be like, pew. Because again, people recklessly post things on the internet, knowing that this is going to ruin somebody's reputation or career without getting like all of the facts. And then when people do that, I really saw. That's why I told y'all when the Yoongi thing hit, I was in a Reddit group on social media. I canceled all of those groups that I was a part of, those K-pop groups. I unsubscribed from all the K-pop content creators I used to be subscribed to. All of them. There's only a few content creators I subscribe to, and most of them are reactors or people that I've actually met. But like there's Colt, there's John Reeves, but he talks about other things. There's like What You Gotta Say, there's Asian Entertainment, and High Boy. Those are the ones that I subscribe to. Everybody else, I stopped subscribing to them because they dogpiled on BTS so hard that I was like, this is insane. And I could not understand what was happening. So I unsubscribed from all of them. I got out of the Reddit groups I was in. I was like, I don't need y'all. I was like, I'm good. I'm good here. I learned my lesson. I was like, I don't need none of y'all. And I was like, from now on, I said, I'm going to do my own thing. And I said, I'm going to go on. And I went live and I unleashed a live stream where I was talking about Yoongi. And I was so annoyed and frustrated. And then people started to come and they were like, hey, I'm like, hey. And all the other armies were like, I'm frustrated too. And then he started to come. And I was like, I can't be in these other groups because they were basic K-pop groups and they were just, it was like a feeding frenzy. And I stopped and I was like, I don't need to be in any groups. I don't need to be on no social media. It was too much toxicity and too much negativity. And I walked away and didn't look back. I was like, y'all, Reddit is very toxic. Very, very toxic. Yeah, they tried to it was very toxic. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, y'all, yeah, I was like, didn't JTBC break in the hive? Like when I saw that story, wait a minute, I ain't gonna lie. When I read that story about them breaking in the hive, somebody posted it on a YouTube, and I was like, this can't be. I was like, y'all didn't made this. I said, this. I was convinced it couldn't be real. I was like, This can't be real. I was like, they did not break into Hive, y'all. And then I went online and read it, and then I read the articles, and I'm like, they really broke into Hive. I said, these people are nuts. Like they was all on video. They was all up in there, and they was like, they was looking at the BTS stuff. I was like, these bitches. Like, have y'all seen that video? That video is actually funny. Like, they was all in there. I was like, is it late at night? Like, it was dark. They was in there trying to look for like documents or something. They was like, we know we gonna find something up in Hive. And then they didn't find nothing. It was just all oh my God. They was in there like with the camera. I was like, they really in there. They was looking through drawers. I was like, what they doing? I was like, oh man, these people. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, BTS has nothing to do with K Media. I watched the video, Asian Entertainment video talking about BTS and K Media, about how they didn't do any Korean media with this comeback. And they were like shocked that they didn't they were shocked. So that BTS didn't do any, and people are a little salty about that in Korea about BTS not doing any media. But I just tell people all the time. I'm always trying to tell people and educate people. You can be a K-pop stan no matter what group you like without being on social media. I do it. I'm a content creator and I'm not on social media. I just go to social media just for research. I have no need and no inkling or feeling to be on social media for any reason at all. I use TikTok to make my videos. People message me on TikTok. I don't respond. My account is very stricted access. People can't DM me. People can't message me. I'm not on Instagram. I go on Instagram sometimes to look at pictures of the BTS members. They'll post something on Instagram. You guys come and tell me, and I'll go. But I tell people there's nothing social media has to offer me that I find that I can't get it somewhere else. I can look at the news, any news in any country. I can look on YouTube. I can go research my own stuff, my own publications. I can go and if I'm researching something, we'll go and research and lurk and use social media just to see what people are saying. But I tell people, don't believe these K-pop people on social media. I don't believe anything anybody says on social media. I've learned this the hard way. All of those people that were talking all of these things, and I would readily, with wide eyes, believe things that people would say about BTS. I would have never been BTS Army if I would have believed these people. I was surrounded by people who did not like BTS, who talk bad about them. If I would have listened to them, I would have never been Army. I had to go figure it out on my own. I was like, why y'all bad talking BTS all the time? Like, are they that awful? I was like, what did they do? Like, what happened? Oh, they rigging the numbers. And I'm like, really? BTS they're in a cult. Are they in a cult? I like all these things that got brought up. If I would have just left it there, I would not have a channel. I wouldn't be here. If I would have just let people say whatever and did, I'm just like, uh-huh. And then after people saying things for a while, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm a skeptic. So I'm just like, that don't sound right. They in a cult. I was like, well, BTS in a cult. So I'm like, I don't know about that now. I used to be in a cult, so I know about some cult shit. And I was like, okay, well, let me go see. And BTS, they cooked the numbers. They cooked the numbers. Yeah, their albums, they bought their own albums. Really? Did they really buy their own albums? I'm over here asking Jennifer. Jennifer like, no. So I was like, well, let me go see. Didn't find any evidence. And so after a minute, I stopped believing these people. I'm just like, yeah, you know what, y'all just, I was like, yeah, I said, no, there's no evidence because of that. What are you talking about? Well, how did this and how did that? Okay, here I go. I'm like, well, let me go see. Maybe somebody wrote a tell-all book or somebody used to work there and they didn't drop the dime on Hive. I looked and looked and looked and looked at all these things that they accuse Hive of. Still ain't nobody gave me no evidence. I still looking around. I'm still looking. Years later, I'm still looking for that Hive evidence that everybody talk about. Hive did this and did that. And I found out that these are people just talking in Reddit groups and on social media. There's no evidence for any of these things. That people just talk. And then after a while, I realized I can't trust you mofos. And then when V was at McDonald's and I was like, okay, why are they hating V? I'm like, we're hating V. I was like, V who? V via BTS. Okay, what did he do? Well, he was eating at McDonald's. Okay, so we're not eating at McDonald's. Like, what happened? Oh, because of what happened in the Middle East. Oh, okay, okay, y'all boycotting me. Okay, y'all boycotting McDonald's. Okay, great. Okay, so, but why are we hating on V? Like, is he supposed to be boy? Did he say? I was like, okay, so V said he was going to boycott, right, you guys? And he turned. Did he said he was going to boycott? No, he didn't. Okay, okay, well, I'm sure he's not the only K-pop singer eating at McDonald's. But I'm like, well, why are y'all going after V? I'm sure he's not the only person that eats at McDonald's and K-pop. Surely he can't be the only one. I was like, did he say he was going to protest? No. I said, so why are y'all mad at him? Like, what? I was like, I can understand you thinking like it's not a good look. But I'm like, if he didn't say he was down for the cause, because I'm down for the cause. So yeah, I'm like, but if he didn't say that, so did his agency said they were not going to eat at McDonald's anymore? No. Okay, so like my logic always kicks in. I'm like, so why are y'all angry at him if he didn't say he was boycotting? I'm like, didn't somebody else eat at McDonald's like 2 weeks ago? I don't. Isn't he in the military? Didn't. Okay. I'm like, what? Like maybe somebody gave him the food. I don't. Then I realized something was off. I was like, what? But I'm like, didn't you just post a video? Weren't you eating at McDonald's? I'm like, weren't you just eating at McDonald's, bitch? I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all holding the idols to a standard that you not even weren't you getting them damn McNuggets? Like, wait a minute. You ain't boycotting McDonald's. You don't want Vita, but you ain't okay. I was like, peep game. I know what's going on here. Then I started watching videos and people talking about weaponized activism and stuff. And I was like, oh, so this is what's happening. Because none of it made any sense. It didn't, for somebody who been an activist, none of these things made sense to me. Like the level of mental gymnastics was just too much for me to be doing. I don't have that level. Just like people, and so when people start slamming V about the stuff, then I really started to notice like people using the awful things that were happening that are still happening in the Middle East as a way to weaponize it against idols that they didn't like. And I realized how sick and twisted that is. And then there were other idols who got accused of racism. And then I'm just like, you guys really don't care about black people or racism. Y'all don't care about none of that shit. Y'all don't care. Y'all just want to, oh, you just want to use this. And to me, I really got off of social media after that because that would make that is so hurtful to me on a personal level that people would weaponize people who are really experiencing bad shit to against a K. Who cares about what a K-pop singer? I'm like, who cares? Like they're inconsequential to the real movement and the real cause. And I start talking to people, realize, oh, you're not in the movement. Oh, okay, because I talked to them and they didn't know anything. I was like, well, what about this and what about this? What about this company and that company? What did you belong to this activist group? Do you know about this list and that list? And certain franchisees or McDonald's, like they've already. And then I realized that it was just going over their heads. I was like, oh, so you're not really. Oh, okay, I get it now. You don't know what I'm talking about because you are not about the liberation of the Palestinian people. You just want to weaponize this because I'm talking and they're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, so what do you think about this? Did you hear about that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I realize they don't care that it was all fake. Yeah. So I peep game very early not to believe people online. I was like, I don't believe y'all. I'm like, I don't believe y'all. I don't believe y'all. I'm just like, I said, something ain't right here. I said, nah. Then I watched Asian Entertainment's video talking about, like, she was talking about that. And I watched her video a few times. And I was like, so this is what y'all doing? I said, I got to get off social media because I will be on social media cussing people out every day. I would literally be on social media dog cussing people sideways, dog cussing people the F out. Because that, like, is against everything. Like, one of my core values, everything is like, if you're gonna stand on business, stand on business. If you're gonna stand for something, if you're gonna fix your mouth on social media and bring up issues that you have no connection to or you don't care about, and you use these issues in people's lives for some stupid ass K-pop war, when you should be concentrating on your own favorites. How about that? These people spend so much time looking at this and looking at that. I was like, why can't y'all just concentrate on your own favorites? That they don't even stream and do the things that they have to do for their own groups. I'm not worried about what other groups I don't like. I don't worry about what girl groups do. I'm not a girl group stan. I don't worry about what these other groups, what Stray Kids do. They come in the news. I respect Stray Kids, but they not my group. When it comes to like the nitty gritty of things, I worry about what BTS is doing. How are they streaming? How are their numbers looking? Where are they on tour yet? What are they doing next? Where are they photographing next? What kind of videos they doing? I worry about that. I'm like, why can't y'all just worry about the groups that y'all do like? So it comes back to my other point where I was saying that people in K-pop don't like nothing. They are a bunch of hateful ass people. Because like, I'm like, do y'all even like anything anymore? Is this just, and I don't understand that feeling, because again, I like fun things. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. I like to have fun. I don't think about, oh, I need to go here and tear down this group, and I need to say bad. I need to get on these Stray Kids Instagram sites, and I need to bring down Stray Kids, and BTS is better than Stray Kids. Why the fuck would I even do that? I'm like, I ain't got time. Look, if some armies want to do that, look, more power to you. That kind of shit will age you and stress you out. I was like, people talking about aging. Being mean and negative will stress you out. It's internally in your internal system, and it comes out through your skin, and it will age you. Finding being hypercritical of every damn thing instead of just learning to walk away is more better for your spirit and your soul and your well-being mentally. But people online fighting with people because they don't like a song and they want you to not like the song or the album too, that's wild to me. That's crazy talk. I don't have time to be sitting there convincing you, no, I don't like this album. Okay, well, you don't like it. That's cool. Great. And then people get mad. And then people come to my comment section, they get mad because I don't argue with them. Well, I don't like this and I don't like that. Okay, great. I'm like, okay, what you want me to say about it? Like, what you want? Like, you if you don't like something or some group or somebody or something, more power to you. That's fine, as long as you don't be disrespectful. Like, we cool. Like, all right, cool. There's some people that I know, subscribers, that didn't like Adonai. And I said, okay, that's fine. We can talk about it, what you like, what you didn't like, what you think. And I have critiques and criticisms about Adonai as well. But for me to be up here and be like, this album's trash and BTS fell off and it's hideous and horrible. Like, why would I need to go there? I don't like this album. These are some of the reasons why. I like BTS's older stuff. I don't really care for this style. This is not really my type of music. I respect that. And plenty of people have said that. But for people to be like, this is the worst album ever and BTS don't got no talent. Okay, well, wait. We're going a little far there, okay? Like, you can get your point across without being an asshole. I tell people this all the time. You can get your point across without being an asshole. Like we can have a conversation. But you don't need to like drop bombs on people and insult professional people in the entertainment industry, or worse yet, insult me. I'm like, it's not that deep. It's K-pop. It's not that serious. But you get people, they come out the gate, y'all. They come out the gate. I don't like Evan. He ugly. Whoa. Okay. Well, calm down there, Coach. He's like, okay. These songs is horrible. And his career, he should have stayed when it happened and he's doomed. And he's a flop. Oh. I've been wanting to get out the Hobie water on their asses. I'm like, I'm trying to say some Hail Marys. Hail Mary full of grace, motherfucker. Like, throwing holy. Calm down. Like, is it that serious? It's not that serious. Okay, well, just don't listen to it if you don't. Well, okay, yeah. Now they want to write another 5 paragraphs about why Okay, I get your point. Duly noted. Don't you don't have to listen to him. You just can just move on. Yeah, but oh my God, I'm like, really? Okay, don't listen. You're not required. It's not required listening. I don't listen to it. I don't like it hyping. Okay, we cool. Yeah, but Jesus take the wheel. Like I'm over here singing church hymns, and I'm not even religious. I'll be like Jesus. I'll be praying to God, and I'm like, dear Lord, if you up there, please, please. I'm like, oh my atheists. Y'all got me up here praying and signifying. Y'all got me over here having praise breaks. Right. I need Nam Jesus and holy water. Daphne is pretty bad. I don't get on TikTok except to look around. And my TikTok is very restricted to what I can see because I put all the parameters on there. But from what I hear from things that I read, it's kind of bad. It just depends. Like it'll die down a little bit and then it'll crop up again on TikTok. Yeah, they people just want attention. And I'm like, did your mother not hug you enough? Like my mama didn't hug me enough, and I'm cool with it. I don't need that level of attention. Like I don't, I'm not I hate this generation. I'm Gen X. We don't care. We're like, okay, we don't need to be. I don't need to be the main character in this story. I'm good. I'm like, all right. Like I don't need that level of attention. And then they just keep going on and on with more vitriol. And I'm like, okay, stop now. I got your point. Duly noted. Okay, yeah, but I'm like, oh Jesus, here we go. I'm like, you know, I'm like, wow, wow. You miss book talk. That's about it. Yeah, this timeline needs a rewind. I hate this generation. That's why I say that's why I'm not on social media because it doesn't serve me personally. I tell people to get off it. It's toxic and it doesn't serve me. It just I'm like I get on every time I wonder and do research. I'm like, why are people here? Because then like I get all these things popping up that's too much, and I'm like, I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for that. I didn't want to look at none of that. Why are you showing me something that ain't got nothing to do with anything I've searched for? These algorithms are there to mind fuck us all. They're there to trap you, to get you to keep scrolling, to keep looking, to advertise products that we don't really need. These algorithms are a bait and switch. They're a setup, and so I'm not falling for it. Yeah, I'm like I know what these algorithms do. I work for a cybersecurity company. So I know what these algorithms do, and it's a bait and switch. And I'm like, I don't have time for to be doom scrolling all night. Like some of y'all be doom scrolling. I don't have I was on Threads for a little bit to advertise this YouTube channel, and I just got off of Threads because I was like, okay. And then my account was super strict on Threads too. Like I curate, like really filter what I can see, but I didn't like it either. I don't like the scroll, the Instagram, the Threads, the Twitter. I don't like none of that. I don't like the shit pops up that I didn't ask for. I don't, only thing that pops up on my YouTube, the way my YouTube is set up, is what I want to see. I subscribe to channels, and my subscription list is the first thing that pops up when I click on YouTube on my TV or on my phone. My subscriber list. I only want to watch the channels I'm subscribed to. Every once in a while, I'll get recommendations for K-pop, and I will look at those, especially if there's BTS. But other than that, I don't need shorts to pop up. I'm like, what is this? Like a bunch of shit was popping up the other day. I had to go in there and tweak my YouTube account again because I'm like, I take the shorts. I don't want the shorts to pop up. I don't want to see those. I don't care. If I'm not subscribed to the channel, I don't want to see that. I have no interest. A lot of times, every once in a while, I may click on something and then like here goes the algorithm off the deep end because it'll start showing me a bunch of K-pop. But other than that, I'm like, I want to see what I want to see. I don't need you to recommend. I just skip it and move on. I don't need recommendations from YouTube. I like half the time it's like I'm like, what is this? What is this? Why is this popping up? I guess that's how people find my channel though. But so I'm appreciative for it, but it's just not for me. You know, it's you're guilty of doom scrolling. Oh my god. Right, BTS has no problem being global, but just everybody else, like people, there's kind of a sentiment in Korea that we've talked about before, where where they have a need to like humiliate and humble BTS. Like that is a real thing that again a lot of people don't want to talk about. That's when High Boy was doing his videos, and I'm just like, you are forgetting one element. You Koreans feel the need to humble people. The same thing with the soccer player, the same thing with BTS. Again, it's the K media, it's their fault, but it's also the culture and the citizens behind it either. Like we can blame the media all we want to, but that's just one element. The other part of it is they just need to be like, you need to be humbled. You need to be taken down a peg or two. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I feel like if you've achieved a lot in life and you're not an ass, you're not an a-hole about it, and you haven't done anything or anything scandalous, you're not out there like hurting people, then I think that you should live your life in the way that you want to live it. But the idea that that Koreans don't want to bring that up is like there is a cultural thread of a sense of you have to be, I have to humble you. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be taken down. Yes, that you're not really as big as you think you are, and you need to be taken down a peg or two. I don't like that. You know, I do. I delete my watch history. I do. I do that a lot. Except not on TikTok. I do it on YouTube because I don't work. Right. Yeah, BTS need to be beneath them in some way. And I'm just like, why is this a thing? Like, why? BTS have never to me acted in any way that I've found like classless or like, oh, I think I've never seen BTS act that way either privately or publicly. I know people have met various BTS members, and they always describe them as being polite and professional. And I've never had anyone being like, this person was like, now there's some other members of K-pop I can tell you that have had kind of like that attitude. But again, I'm not mad because to me, most celebrities, especially in America, Western ones, have that attitude. They have a very haughty, very entitled attitude. Celebrities in America do. So for a Korean to do it, it's like even less than what Americans do. Like a haughty attitude in Korea is like what we would just consider normal, a normal person. So I can't really, I can't go in too much on certain K-pop idols being arrogant because the arrogance of Americans the arrogance of American celebrities is like 10 times what people try to accuse these Koreans of sometimes. I'm just like, that ain't even nothing. I'm like, shit, these celebrities here are like, I need a dressing room with grapes. You better wash each grape by hand. I need 5 bottles of Evian water. I need a water fountain with an elephant on it. I need 6 humidifiers. Bring me a piece of cheesecake in a little person dressed in a bikini. Like, it'll just be it. I'm just like, what? Like, I need about half a pound of Coke. I mean, like it just be like, wow. It'd be like, wow, wow. Like, I need it on my table, and I need 2 butt naked bitches in my room. 2 butt naked bitches. Like, it'll be really wild. Like, people here are wild. you know. So what they consider entitled in Korea is nothing. Sound like J-Lo or Mariah Carey. I used to hear about Mariah Carey about, yes, I need a little person in a bikini and I need 2 butt naked women. Like, I just be like, really? Like, yeah, they have a whole laundry list of demands, certain kind of water, certain kind of fruits, certain kind of foods. It got to be arranged a certain way. Certain types of flowers. I need 6 vases, crystal vases with red, one with red, one with yellow, one with rainbow roses, bitch, one with black roses. Like, I mean, it just be crazy. I'll just be like, wow. And so entitled to me, that's entitled. The stuff they be talking about in Korea, because, maybe they want 10 bottles of water instead of 3. They like, oh, he's entitled. I was like, because he asked for 10 bottles of water? Yeah, because he didn't feel like coming out and greeting some executive or something. And they like, I'm tired. I really don't feel like it. They're like, oh my God, they're entitled. I'm like, baby, celebrity here will slam the damn door in your face and be like, don't bother me. Don't bother me. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. You peasants running there, the people are running and hiding because the singer is in a mood today. Oh, he's in a mood today. I'm like, really? Yeah, it's best for just leave him alone in his dressing room because he's in a mood today. And the glasses that you gave him, they're not like authentic French crystal. So I think, you know what? He's going to be a little upset today. So I think I need you to really drive to the nearest Walmart, and I need you to try to find some crystal glasses that the bottom are in a hexagon. He needs hexagonal crystal glasses. Okay, so if you can't find the hexagonal one, can you find the square ones and then make it like 4 ounces, because he only drinks out of 4 ounce cups. He don't drink out of anything over 4 ounces, especially 6 ounce. He really hates that. Like, that is the things that I'm used to. And you're like, okay, I gotta go what and get, yeah, get, yep. And make sure you hurry back, because he gets really angry when he doesn't have the right cup for him to drink out of. Like, that's what I'm used to. And then people are like, what? Like, they had to drink out of a hexagonal cup. Yeah, hexagonal cup, girl. Like, oh, okay. Because I've known people who've worked at assistants and stuff like that, and they just describe the most weirdest thing, but they're so used to it. So the things that people complain about K-pop singers doing, I'm just like, they ain't even. They ain't even, Some fans call BTS rude after they fly into New York. They just flown from Korea. I don't understand anybody can call them rude. Like that, that's just crazy. I can't. Yeah, I want all brown M&Ms. That's the only color I want. I don't eat the yellows or the greens, the purple, the orange. I don't know. They all gotta be brown. And, like, you sound like a psychopath. You are a psycho. You are a psycho. Like, like, you're talking about somebody, a decent actress but not a singer. Yeah, and their team won't carry those. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, they don't carry those things. No, they get to the venues, and they pull in the people, and they expect you to like go get the stuff. You're like, couldn't you just travel? No, I can't travel with any glasses. That's just not, it's not functional. It's just not functional. Like, they're not gonna travel with hexagonal glasses, because the singer, he wants new ones. He doesn't want the used ones. He just throws those away. He just throws those away. Matter of fact, he recycles. He cares about the environment. So he just recycles those glasses. They're recycled. So he wants new ones. Like, every time we come to a different place, he gotta have new ones. That's how they be talking to, girl. It just be real serious with these assistants. They're like, you know what? See, Mr. A says that, he really likes this dressing room, but he's gonna need a fur rug. Like, is there any way you could go to a store, like an IKEA maybe, and find like a fur rug? He really likes the feeling of the fur underneath his feet. So is there any way you can, like, maybe Google search and look up and see if there's one local? If there's not one local, that's fine. Just go, he wants, if that's not available, could he just get, like, I don't know, like a piece of shag carpet? Like, I'm sure you can find that. I'm sure there's a rug store somewhere. And so you have some poor assistant going to, like, Home Goods or whatever, looking for a piece of shag carpet or a rug, and then they got to carry it all the way back. And the way they be talking, girl, it just be so serious. And then you be like, but that's ridiculous. You be wanting to say, but that's not really, that sounds crazy. It's not crazy. It's kind of how it goes. It's just kind of like what he does. It's just, you can't really stifle his creativity. He feels like his creativity is going to be stifled if he doesn't have this rug and these cups. Like, it's just the way he kind of gets the juices flowing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of things that he really likes. And so, he's just a regular guy like you and me. He's just a regular person. He's just, he got a few quirks, but once we have these things, he's a really cool guy to work for. Like, once he has these things, like, that's how they be talking. And I'll just be like, are we trying to sane wash this MFR? Don't sane wash your client. This MFR is crazy. Okay. And they be up here sane washing this shit. They be up here just acting like this shit is just normal. You be like, wait, what? Baby over here saying washing this shit. Oh my God. Like you be up here trying to find a shag rug. Here's why I would quit. But like they paying you and then it goes by your reputation too. And then you just like, I hate this job. And then they be calling, and then the way they talk, and then like the more they talk to you like that, you be like, well, yeah, buying a shag rug from IKEA, maybe that is, well, that is normal. Maybe that's what I have to do. Like you will start to believe like, well, that is normal, and you like, and then you think you be like, that's not normal. This MF is crazy. And then if they don't get it, they will go to the dressing room or the hotel room and they will stomp around and get angry and then they call their assistant. They be on the phone with their assistant. They be like, Cindy, I told you. And then you'll hear them down the hallway. Where's my water? Where's my brown M&Ms? I told you I didn't. And the assistant's like, okay, look, I'm working on it. I'm trying to do the best that I can. But the staff around here, they're just not very like. Then the assistant gonna blame it on. They're gonna blame it on you. They're gonna blame it on you. Well, I asked the staff to go get that, but and they're working on it. Just calm down. Like I'm trying to do the best that I can. But the assistants here, we're kind of in a new city and it's kind of slow here. It's Dallas. So, this is not LA. They don't have the stores here. So just calm down, okay, sir. We'll get it. I will pick up the phone. I will call the Gophers and see what is the status. Okay? Okay. Okay, Cindy. God, but just you're taking too long. I'm sorry. I'm getting on the phone right now. Okay? I'll let you know. I'll give you. Okay, what's the ETA, Cindy? Give me 20. Okay, just give me 20. I'll 20. And then Cindy gonna be calling you talking about where's the rug at? And you're like, look, I'm in the checkout right now. Y'all, this the day of the life, my personal experience. You standing in the checkout like, this motherfucker here. You're like, I'm coming. Just give me 15 minutes. I'm in the checkout right now. Okay, there's a lot of people here at IKEA. Oh, y'all talking about y'all be fired. Y'all be like, the hell with that. Y'all talking about y'all be fired. Right, like Devil Wears Prada kind of stuff. Like the assistants really be going through that kind of stuff. They really have to deal with difficult designers and editors, and then they have to tiptoe around these people because some of them are really abusive and mean. Like some of them are really like verbally abusive. Some of them will throw things out. I know somebody that worked for a celebrity. I won't say which one, but this person was a singer. She was a female singer. She's a female solo singer. She's not like, Mariah Carey or, anything like that. But this person, if I said this person's name, you know who this person was. And they haven't been active in a little bit, but they were very popular like 4 years ago. And I know somebody that was one of her assistants. And this chick would throw things at her, would literally throw things at her. I mean, like water bottles, pillows. She would throw things at her, you know. I mean, and now this particular person's career is not doing very well. This particular singer. But yeah, this chick would go off and she would throw things at her. She would, I mean, and then she would just have to dodge out the way while this chick lodged profanities. And then like the moment the cameras come on and she would do interviews, her personality would switch like that. She would get on interviews and be like, hey guys, da, 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 da. And just like 10 minutes ago, she was yelling at her assistant, cussing her out, calling her a bitch and everything, like, and throwing a water bottle at her. And then like she would go out and do interviews. And then she would do an interview and be like, hey guys, da, 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 and act like a sweetheart. And she's not. She would just switch like that. She was amazed. She's like, I can't believe she just called me a B and cussed me out for something because she didn't have enough towels apparently in her hotel room. The hotel She didn't have no towels. And she was like, I said I needed all these towels and I have to get ready and I got to put on makeup and I can't believe it. And da, 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 went off on her and threw a water bottle at her, called her a bee and everything. And then the moment she was ready, just went out and was like, did an interview like it wasn't nothing. And this person to this day has that kind of image too. She has cultivated that kind of girl next door kind of image, and she behind the scenes she's not nice. And so, but that's the kind of image she's just cultivated, like the kind of like and she's a singer, and she hated working for her. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare, a litany of abuses these assistants have to go through. But she was getting paid good money though. But I was like, that's not enough for my dignity. That's not enough for my dignity, y'all. You ain't gonna be sitting up here calling me a bee and throwing things at me, and I'm supposed to just swallow it and take it. And no, it wasn't J Lo. It wasn't nobody that famous. She wish she was J Lo. She ain't. Right. That's all I said. I would snap back, but she couldn't say anything. All she would do was just dodge out the way when she was throwing shit at her. She threw a brush at her. She threw a water bottle at her. I think one time she threw a plate at her, like a plate. Like, and it almost hit her in the head. Like she dodged out the way. She would just get mad. Sometimes she would drink and get belligerent. And like not at anything she did, but other things would be happening in her relationship. She had a volatile relationship and or the labels, the executives would say something to her, she would talk and she would just go off and she would take it out on her assistants. Initials, if I gave you the initials, you know who she was. It wouldn't be too easy for you. Let me give you a hint. This person was supposed to go on tour, but their tour got canceled or they canceled the tour. I don't know what the reason was. I think they said health issues or something like that. They were supposed to go on tour, but they did not. That should be easy to figure out. This person was really, really popular about 4 years ago. So I will leave you guys with that. Look at y'all. Look at y'all anyway. I'm gonna leave it with that, y'all. Anyway, I am finna get off this live stream. I gotta go to bed. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Look at y'all knowing stuff. Anyway, I knew y'all would figure it out. Once I said this person was supposed to go on tour, they did. Y'all was like, I know who that is. Right, y'all are smart. Y'all are on it. Y'all quick too. Y'all are quick. Y'all are real quick. Y'all was like, I got it. Oh, like I said, I don't know what this person was going through 4 or 5 years ago. It may have been, stress and pressure in the industry that make people act that certain way. So I don't think it was really anything that my friend did. And I don't think it was really her all like it was her fault. I think she was under a lot of pressure, and I think the label was riding her ass a lot. So, and I think that she just kind of took it out. You know, let's not get yeah. So that's all I can say about that person. Oh, you having this Katy Perry? Katy Perry's huge. She's a big star. She's a huge. No, she's not as huge as Katy Perry. Katy Perry is a weirdo, from what I hear. I next time I'll tell y'all some stories about Katy Perry. Alleged stories, allegedly. All of this is alleged. This is what I heard, secondhand knowledge. Let me just tell y'all that. But I got some stories about that person. It's a bit yeah. But the things I know about Katy Perry is probably old stuff that I heard about people, old stuff like when she first started out, she was writing songs and she first started out. Those are the stuff that I know. I don't know anybody that knows her now, but I do know somebody that was in her circle when she was younger, when she was first starting in the industry. And everything it wasn't nothing too horrible, wasn't nothing too bad. But I think like this person don't know her now, but did know her back in the day. And kind of kept in touch with her here and there throughout the years. But yeah, she said that Katy Perry, her whole personality, her whole personality, like did a 180. Like she's nothing like the person that she knew early. Like she totally changed for the good or the bad. Oh, that's a discussion to be had. But maybe she just grew up and but they it's just it's a the story I'll tell y'all next week is just an example of how the industry can warp a person's personality and how the industry can change that person. And whether you think it's good or bad, that would be up to you. But yes, I do have a story of how this person's whole personality flipped once they gained a lot of fame, and the industry itself kind of like my friend feels warped this person into her being something else the way she is now. And she blames the industry for sure, for wholeheartedly blame the industry about the things that she went through, her bad things of just being treated badly in the industry, and how that messes with your mind. And the longer you stay in the industry, the more a person changes. Like their whole personality changes, their whole likes, dislikes, personas. That like she was like, I don't even know this person anymore. Like they such a so out there for her. She's like, I don't even know that person. That person lost everything about her that she liked and she was cool with. She's like, I don't even know who this person is anymore. And that's how I got plenty of stories of people, you know, that they flip, I like flip out. Y'all hear about people in the industry flipping out, losing their mind. That shit really does happen. You hear about people that was one way, and then you be like, what happened to this person? Sometimes it is substance abuse, but sometimes it's just the industry. Being around the industry and these people constantly, and all of your friends are in the industry, and your boyfriends are in the industry. They like that's I believe that people in the industry should have people outside of the industry to ground them. That's what I firmly believe in. I think you need family and friends that are out of the industry who are living normal lives so you can see how normal people live. Because once you get these people who all of their friends are in the industry, they don't have no. I love the fact that JK got a little. I'm just going to end this with this. I love the fact that JK has this little friend living with him. I love it. I love the fact that Jen has friends, from what I hear, outside of the industry, that Yoongi got a whole ass life outside of the industry. I don't think it's healthy to have all of your friends and your associates being in the industry. I like that JK got his little friend living with him. Then JK got a little friend living with him. He got, or his brother living with him. I think it's important to have normal people that you know, like just regular, smegular people. Because if you all your friends associate in the industry, baby, that'll your mind will be gone. Your mind will be thinking up is down and down is up, and you become paranoid. And you don't know who to trust. So I like that JK got a little friend. She got a little friend. It does help them keep them grounded. I like JK. Like JK is like, I got my friend living with me. That I was like, yes, that's great. I'm like, please have somebody. I want JK to have somebody to come home to. That's normal. Please have somebody you can come home to and talk to, and about having a normal life. And you hear about what, because having just being by yourself is not good in the industry, and then having nothing but industry friends is not good. There are some members of BTS I worry about a little bit more than others, that I kind of like, does this person have a lot of friends? Like Jimin, I always think about Jimin. I was like, does Jimin? Jimin doesn't seem like he has a lot of friends, a period. And I know he's been burned before. I know Jimin has had people do horrible things to him and betray his trust more than I think we realize. I think things have happened to Jimin where people really betrayed his trust. And I think that's kind of probably why Jimin kind of like sticks to himself. Yeah, but I just hope that Jimin got somebody. He got somebody to talk to. Hopefully he's not just sitting at home, just, you know, I was a Glee fan too. Oh, that's what Jimin said. So he spends his time alone. Oh, he used to have a lot of friends, but he says as the years gone by, he doesn't anymore. Oh, like I said, I think that Jimin has experienced some people. Like there was that story about that man, the comedian that he gave money to, and then the guy ended up gambling the money, and it was like he was running some kind of pyramid scheme, and he was gambling and squandered the money, and Jimin gave him like $75,000, which is nothing for Jimin, but still, it's just the psychological effects. I know RM has real friends, has some friends in the industry and then some friends apparently not really connected to the industry that hard. That's great. That's great. But I do think about Jimin and I'm like, Jimin, do you spend a lot of time by yourself? I mean, maybe he likes it. Maybe it's good for him. I can't really judge it. But it may be just good for him. Maybe he learned his lesson. Like, I'm not going to F with people when they've just hurt me and betrayed me. So maybe Jimin has experienced some things that we don't know about. And maybe he feels like being by himself is good. Um, but I do hope they have real friends, like and it's hard to find real friends in the industry. But I hope that they do have somebody like normal, whether it be a family member, and that's a whole mixed bag. But just somebody they can be like, hey, how's your day? Well, my day, I went to the store and I did. What did you do? Oh, that's right, you were in Madrid. That's right. You were on stage, right? Like you were in Madrid. Like you. So hopefully they have somebody that just like, and all the K-pop singers. I like to see them out with cousins and family members and friends that we don't know. I like that. I like them to be out with people that they just having fun and that are not in the industry. Whether even if it's staff members, even they want to go hang out. Some people do like really like hanging out with their staff. They get close to their staff and they can just hang out with people who have regular jobs and regular lives and kids and all that kind of stuff. I just, or whatever they find peace in doing. If Jimmy want to be by himself and watch his museum videos and he watching his museum videos and his K dramas. Maybe that I do too. Hey, if it wasn't for my kids, I would be doing the same thing. I'd be sitting in the house, just sitting back in my chair, just watching. I'm like, Jim, and that's the way to go for some people. Some people are like, I finally have peace in my life. So, maybe that's how he get down. I'm not gonna hate on that either. But, he watches a lot of science. I said he wants to watch the museum and them science programs. So yeah, you're right. Maybe he thinks it's better for me just to be alone. Like this is what I'm gonna do. It's better for me to just stop messing with people and just keep to myself and just hang out sometimes with the group mates or the staff. And then other times I'm just gonna sit here and play these videos. I'm gonna sit here and play League of Legends and whatever. And I'm gonna mind my own gym and business. Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe he's just like I'm exhausted, Like I'm just gonna mind my own BTS gym and business. I'm gonna sit here, after the thing with Song Duan and the other comedian friend. I don't blame you, Jim, and I'll be up here minding my own BTS park gym and business. Like y'all ain't finna get me caught up in nothing again. Like y'all didn't embarrass me, stress me out. You know what? I'm just gonna sit up here and play League of Legends and mind my own damn business. That's the way to go, honey. If that's what he wants to do, sometimes it be like that. You just have to save yourself. You're like, look, I need to save my sanity. I can't be dealing with y'all. He like to walk around naked. Oh shit. Okay, on that note, hey, what? I'm trying not to picture that in my head. Namjoon, save me. Save me, Namjoon, save me. On that note, it's time for me to go. Anyway, y'all ain't gonna get me caught up in being unfaithful in these streets. Save me, Yoongi, save me. Like y'all ain't gonna have me caught up in these streets. I'll be sitting there all night going, okay, it's just walking around naked. And he got that back tattoo. Anyway, y'all, I got to go. Bye. I got to go. Yeah.